What is our viewer gonna think?
our viewer.
We live?
Yeah, I think Mike's one viewer.
Hell yeah, dude. Dude, we're crashing out here in the full grip studio.
It's not mine. It's not mine.
Was that Bella?
No, it's the
Well, some technical difficulties as soon as you press start streaming here.
Shane's cat knocked over our lights. So,
Annihilated it. When it goes back to regular settings.
yeah, go to orange.
Go to orange.
Go to orange.
Go to
It is orange.
That's not orange. That is clearly not orange. There you go. Don't touch it again.
Stop touching it until you
You're
get dim. Dim.
Right. Producer Ryan, are you okay?
It's angled super up now.
You're really getting to see how it's made behind the scenes.
We'll figure it out as we go. I'll adjust as we go.
Okay.
Cool. So.
Well, cool. Well, we are back and streaming live to you guys from the Full Grip Studio.
Yeah, definitely not just a room.
No, it's the Full Grip Studio.
This is the studio. We should get a sign.
Yeah, we should get a sign. But yeah, we after the Fringe Fiesta last week, we decided to kind of, I guess, in some ways keep it going, in some ways, just play a little open play, whatever we felt like bringing. Shane and I are both on some new technologies, and Gavin and Aiden are playing the same old, you know? Golly, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But without further ado, how about we go over these decks before we get into game one? I'm on the play, and I'm on Thras and Kodama of the East Tree. Saw a list that topped a 120-person tournament on EDH Top 16 and was like, wow, that looks really cool. I want to give that a try. I guess after playing like Krark Thrasios last week, I'm on like, let's play every Thras Rog clone that's not Thras Rog. We'll see how it plays. There's definitely some interesting deck decisions in the cards that maybe I would not have done, but hey, he was the one who won the tournament, so I don't know who I am to say anything. But we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna play the deck. I'm gonna make big mana and win ? I guess.
Question mark.
Figure it out when we get there.
Slightly worse. Sakadama.
Slightly worse Rogthras, slightly worse Sakadama. There's slightly worse everything. Let's be honest. Maybe the right
Worst Kinnan.
something. Ooh, worse Kinnan. But maybe it's the best in its own right and something that we'll figure out along the way.
Maybe it's the best Kodama Thras.
It is the best Kodama Thras deck.
Sure
that's for
is.
sure. But let's pass it over to Guy in seat 2 here, Gavin.
So, playing Kinnan. I'm playing Freedom Waffle's version of Kinnan. I have been begrudgingly anti-Kinnan for some reason for a very long time, but every time I play Kinnan, I seem to have a very, very good win rate. So
I honestly feel like everyone who plays Kinnan has that exact experience of like, I hate the deck so much, then I play it and I can't seem to lose, and so
yeah. So I started playing D&J's monthly league, played Kinnan and 3-0'd it. Like
shout out D&J's.
Mm-hmm. It just feels like you're not playing Magic sometimes. Like my last game, I played Nyx Bloom, then I copied the Nyx Bloom, then I copied the Nyx Bloom again, and then look down, look up. My Ancient Tomb tapped for 162 mana.
Yeah,
and I won that game. Like it was just not.
I would hope
fair.
so at that point.
Like, and then the Freedom Waffle version of just copying everything, it's very, very good.
Yeah,
drawing cards and making mana wins games somehow.
Well, I know this list, Freedom Waffle's list, is different from the list that you run, Shane, right? That's Max's list, right?
So I'm still in my testing phase with Kinnan. To kind of branch off what Gavin said, that's exactly how I started playing the deck. Was I built it as a deck to practice against, of like, hey, I have all the cards for it. I'm going to put the deck together. When we play for fun, this is a deck we're going to see a lot. It'd be nice for someone in our group to have it, to play against it, to know how to stop it, how to play it, And then I was just like, I'm winning all the time with this deck. Maybe I just play it now. And that's kind of how it went. And so, yeah, switched to Max's list after, right before Combat. I've been playing that list. I still haven't played it nearly as much as the Waffle list. So I'm definitely still in the I'm 50-50 on which one I'll end up, permanently playing when I do decide to settle on one, just because they both have their ups and downs. There's specific situations where I've been like, if I wasn't on Max's list here, I'd lose the game to someone else because I did not flip into the Thorn Mammoth to kill a voice, or I didn't flip into Void Winnower to stop someone's Thassa's from winning. And vice versa, there are times where I'm like, I don't have the interaction pieces that Waffles list has, and so I'm just not able to defend my board as well. So they both have their ups and downs. I think that's how you play them, So yeah, great deck.
Yeah,
big fan.
Aiden, what are you doing?
He's meowing at the cat is what he's doing.
I'm on TNT. I made some changes since Thursday.
Oh, since Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
What are some of the changes you've made?
I'm on this card called Swift Reconfiguration.
Ah.
Wow. Okay. Joining the meta.
Yeah.
I'm back on Basalt Monolith.
Kinnan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I already played Kinnan anyway, right? So you just had to add the salt.
And then I added in like Training Grounds and Biomancer's Familiar.
Okay, more on the Rock Thras type plan.
Cutzel.
Nice. Okay.
So I was so big on Cutzel and TNT. I think the card is
pretty good. Get off such fun.
And it's worse they can draw you a card sometimes, So it's like it's not a bad card. Yeah.
I didn't make it.
So
and I'm still on the Dell list.
Yeah.
Still on the Delny. Is that still like your number one tutor target pretty much every time?
Yeah. I think Delny is really good. And it's like probably one of my favorite cards in Magic right now. So I bought like a really cool looking version. No, not Command.
Well, maybe you go because I was not a big. I had Kinnan in my TNT list, but I did not run Basalt. Never felt like I really needed it. I felt like I was pretty combo dense. Anyways, what made you like want to make the changes that you did?
Well, specifically for Kinnan Basalt, there was a game where I had Devoted Druid in my opening hand, and then played it, and then got hit by a Ragavan and exiled Hazels from the top. And I was like, well, crap. Like, I guess, like, my infinite mana plan with Thrasios is just kind of off the table now.
Were you not on any other combos?
Nope, because Swift Reconfiguration hadn't come in the mail yet. So,
well, I guess that's a good reason as good a reason as any to not be on Swift.
Yeah, so I wasn't on it, and now I am, and I was just like, I just want to back up, like, just in case.
Sure.
Well,
I also liked Machine Gods effigy. I felt like it filled the same kind of slot while also being more useful in general scenarios than Basalt. But I think I've since cut it from the deck, so don't listen to a word I say. But
I think, and then I got an English Thrasios. That was today. But
nice.
Yeah.
Exciting times we're living in. You're up.
Well, what you doing, Shane? What's this?
Yeah. So I am on Sissay with Let Captain again. So this was a deck that I put together, kind of the meta Planeswalker version of it. Did extremely well in local pods. I don't know if you guys remember. There was a while there where I like, I like 3-0 2 weeks at the D&J's league. It was like I just was. It was at a point where in the local pods I was like, this deck wins like 75% of the time. And I was like, I'm taking it to this tournament, and then just got completely hated out of the game. Like every game we sat down at Snowy Summit 2, it was a conversation with, before I even like mulligan the hand, it was like all three players just literally 4 of my 5 games agreed, hey, we're all against Sissay essentially. And I'm like, what the hell? And I think 100%. And it was, I think, and it made me. And I did play like Skrelv and Sigarda, and I played a couple protection pieces, but I just got hated out of the game so much that even people playing TNT and Kinnan and T and K, it's like, you guys are the best decks in the formats, and you're looking at my deck and saying, because we either don't understand or you're scared of the instant speed wins that can happen with this deck. I was just like, the worst plays were made against me, and I was like, okay, and the people that made those plays also didn't win those games. So they're wasting stuff on me. I'm getting blown out of the game, and then nobody's winning. So I decided to revive the deck after actually Comedian, I guess shout out to his deck, because this is the version I'm using.
Shout out to Comedian.
But he just won a 120-player tournament with Sissay, and I think it's the biggest win Sissay's ever gotten post-bans because of this, after Dockside went, Sissay just was like, it's a great deck. It'll make top cut, and then it just fizzles from there because you start to play really good players, and they know when to stop and when to interact and like how to interact with the deck. So his deck is a little different from the norm. It's not type the Staxy one he used to play. It's got some. Doesn't play the Planeswalkers line, so there's no Oath of Teferi, there's no Nipple Bolus in here, there's no Dihada, there's no Cultist, none of those lines. It still can do the Sissay things and win through Sissay, but it can also pivot, and I can just play good old Dimir, Thassa Decon if it really comes down to that.
Isn't it all about the My Little Pony cards?
No.
The assessment I made of the deck is it looks like
He went to an event that was like a gay event, like sponsored by My Little Pony.
Okay.
It was a pride event.
Pride event, yeah.
Jesus shit.
Pride event.
All right.
Okay, are we ready to start?
My assessment of this Sissay list looked like
That was wild. That was insane.
A lot of viewers.
Well, we're gonna get a lot of one type of viewer.
this is clam chowder and traditional Sissay in one deck. That's kind of what it looked like.
So Josh's first seat, Gavin's second, Aiden's third, I'm fourth.
It's not that funny, Joe.
We've done our mulligans. So Josh,
Yes.
what are you keeping? How many cards?
7 cards.
5.
7.
Oh, before we start, I do actually.
I'm keeping 7.
One second. I'm gonna go where the camera can hear me better.
Can the camera not hear you from back there?
Camera does not
I mean the
want to
microphone.
hear you.
Microphone?
No, because it's the.
All right, what's up?
I do want to real quick talk about the tournament that Dungeons Java is going to be hosting.
Oh, yes,
later
thank
this
you.
month, the duel for the duels. It is July 20th at 10 a.m. At Dungeons of Java's here in Colorado Springs. Doors open at 9 a.m. Players meetings at 9:45. Event starts at 10. This is all on Top Deck.
Sweet.
64 spots. Entry fee is $55. Pay at entry. So you don't have to pay beforehand.
Nice.
Sign up. We'd love to see you guys come on out and
Awesome.
play some games.
We're gonna be
Thank you, Ryan.
We're gonna be the cool looking guys in the jerseys.
Thank
that
you,
have our last
Ryan.
name on them and our
All right.
address.
I do not.
And I think the last plug I'll make is if you have any Prime subs, make sure you give us a subscription. If you have one of those laying around, goes to waste otherwise, and we really appreciate how it supports the channel. So I think without further ado, like Gavin, you were saying, pre-games.
No pregame.
Wait, let it grip.
Let it grip, guys.
I do have a pregame. Gemstone Caverns.
Oh, stole play.
Jeez.
I will pitch this.
Stifled at the end of the day. So
I will pitch this. The scene.
Cool.
I got my little counter. I'm good to go.
I like that scene. Cool. Good.
Go
Yep.
nuts.
Draw.
turn one Kodama Infinite.
Not what I wanted to draw, but a draw nonetheless. Fish.
Any responses?
Nope.
I'll do a Vampire.
I have no effects.
Vampire good?
Yeah.
Cool. I am good on fish after Vampire.
God, you really did skip me in turn order. Go ahead.
Waterlog Grove. I'm going to be greedy here. I kept a 5. I'm going to pitch Elvish Spirit Guide.
Cool.
Catch Green Suns for 1.
Trigger.
Yeah.
I'm good on Green Suns.
I'm good on Green Suns.
I'm going to go get a Birds of Paradise and pass.
Would you like to tap or cut, Josh?
I'll give you a tap.
All right.
I'll do
He's
Bloodstain.
about to have a turn.
Sack and search. Go find
Goes on top of my
the
library.
Underground Sea. With
Okay.
the Underground Sea, cast Mystic Remora.
Pass on Mystic Remora.
Trigger on the fish.
Yeah, you're good.
You good on it?
Yeah, I'm good on it.
Gavin?
Pass.
Anything else, Aiden?
Nope, go ahead.
I will untap, upkeep, draw this mystery card. I'm going to give you guys both 2 draws.
That's great.
Love that.
Soul Ring.
I'll
Both
pick
of you
the
can draw. Soul Ring, Aiden?
Aiden technically draws first, but
I
I'll
have
go ahead and
no
draw my card. Get these shuffled.
Well, draw a card first.
Well, he's still tutoring. If there's no response to that, Ripstick
Stick.
Study. You guys can both draw.
I'll draw off the Ristic.
Ristic good.
I'll pass priority on Ristic.
Kevin?
Let me draw my cards first.
Cool.
I kept a 5. I am
Yeah, I'm
chilling.
down to 2 cards.
Okay.
Good with me.
Pass the turn.
Cool. I'm just gonna keep that tap because I'm gonna pay for my fish. Draw. Let's see here. I'm going to play a snow-covered forest into a Birds of Paradise.
Can I draw?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Let's see here. I think I'm gonna move to cleanup if you guys are cool with that.
Yep.
think this is what I want to. It might actually go this way. Cool. I'm gonna discard a Tireless Provisioner and a Valley Flood card.
Scary. Wait, my turn?
Yep. Go ahead.
He plays Ancient Tomb?
Cool. No effects.
No way. It's crazy. We're just going to play this Kinnan.
May I draw?
You going to pay.
Okay. Living a colors.
Move to mana step.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Untap, upkeep. I'm just gonna keep it tapped.
Cool.
Draw.
You want to dice that again?
I got one. Polluted Delta. Oh, I should have done a different one. Oh,
Take
well.
it back. You're good. Nothing has changed.
Yeah.
Marsh Flats.
Yeah.
Sack and Search. Fine. Tundra. Shane, you can draw. Josh, you can also draw. I'll play a Training.
Sure.
And then pass the turn.
Any effects on end step?
I do not.
All right. I will draw for turn. Well, I was really low on this card. Starting count.
Yeah.
But it's a 5-color deck.
Oh, we've gone.
I
We've
kind of
gone.
have to do it. Esper Sentinel.
Pretty good.
Any effects to Esper Sentinel?
I do not.
Pass.
Both of you can draw Green Suns X is 3.
Okay. What you grabbing here?
Not sure yet. It's a brand new deck.
Enduring Vitality.
I'll be honest, I gotta look through it.
Seems good with me now.
Fabro Elder, Enduring Vitality.
No favor Elder.
Interesting.
Yeah, no favor Elder. I might get something less.
Yeah, you're good.
I just tapped out.
You're good. You're good.
Good.
Yep.
Did you draw off of the Green Sun?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's grab a football.
Pretty good.
I will pass.
Third turn.
Go ahead, Josh.
Trying to see if this fish is going to stay around or not.
I will tell you, I'm not feeding it a card.
Yeah, I know that, and I think Shane is probably past the point of feeding it. It'll be just feeding off of
Would you like to?
Aiden.
I don't think he's going to pay for the fish.
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna feed it either.
Okay. Well, then I will probably just let this die.
Cool. Soul Ring. Mox Amber. Mox Diamond.
I'll
Yeah,
draw for turn. Good.
Yeah, my 3 cards in hand.
Tap these 2. Shane, you can draw Springheart and Antuco.
I will draw a card.
What?
I'm going to play this Mysterized Village, trigger the Nantuko.
Mr. Eyes will be tapped.
Control Forest.
So,
Oh, that's a forest. I
Yeah.
those were both islands.
no.
No, they're
It's
both
the
single
paper.
cover.
It's the
Yeah.
paper. That's what's throwing me off.
Hey, I have no idea what we're talking
Yeah.
about. These are all real cards I paid real money for. All right. I
You
will...
paid $8 to print them out at all.
Yeah, I paid dimes for this deck. Cool. I'll do that. Yeah, I guess I will do this. Mox Diamonds, you guys can draw. If it's good,
Yeah, go with that.
you have my Cradle of Growth.
Fearsome box time.
Yeah, that would. I mean, I'll leave you open to play bad.
Maybe Commandeer?
I'll live you alive.
Commandeer from Kinnan from box time?
Yeah, it's pitch my hand from
We've seen
Monster
worse.
and then for it to die.
I've seen worse.
We have seen worse,
Not just
unfortunately.
worse. Lots worse.
Lots worse.
The DR incident.
Let's see here. I think I will go ahead and play this out. Growing Rights of Illiwak.
Can I
Can I
draw?
draw?
You guys can draw.
Sounds
Dude,
good.
what?
Cool. ETB, I'm gonna look at top 4 cards, reveal a creature from among them, and put it into my hand.
It is not live yet to flip, which
It is not live yet to flip. That is true. I'm gonna put this as Shy in hand.
Seems good.
And the rest go on the bottom in any order.
Can I read this?
Of course.
Double checker.
Double
Yep.
checker.
Yep. Sounds good, bud.
You said yep enough times there.
I'll pass on that.
Alrighty. In my. Oh my goodness. Are we actually kind of cooking?
Probably not.
No. I mean, I'm gonna play the Simic segment.
Make your
Triggers
for you.
Oh,
Sure.
thank you.
Y'all can fight each
Or
other.
I got time now. I can draw.
I'm just
Unless
chilling
you
like
just
a
really
villain.
want
I got 1, 2, 4, do something.
Um,
I got it. Pull that. You got it.
float of blue.
Mm-hmm.
Copy artifact.
Triggers.
You got it.
to.
You have priority, Aiden.
You don't counter.
I mean, it's fine.
Good.
Cool.
I'm so good on it.
Cool. Enters as a Simic signet.
Pretty good.
Any mana floating?
I totally thought
floating
that was
blue.
going to be an Esper.
You're floating in blue. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Oh, and
I
I
need
Esper
mana.
trigger as well. I missed it. That's fine.
You have to draw.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to
Uh,
force you to draw.
I guess I would have missed it the last time. It's all right.
Floating blue green potato.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Seaborn.
Hell yeah.
No.
I got ants on a log.
If anyone needs tokens, let me know.
Producer
I'm
Ryan
here.
crushing it.
Floating 5.
Yeah. I'm actually going to pass.
Okay.
Ooh, the juke.
That looks so
good on
camera.
Michigan.
Does it actually?
Draw. Jesus.
It's awesome.
Verdant Catacombs. Sack and Search.
Oh, I'm looking at the
Fine.
cool.
I have a different
Oh.
Um.
Seems like your one lander worked out pretty good.
Yeah, man, we've progressed the board state. I'm kind of sad about the fish going, but I had a singing suspicion I was going to draw much.
I'll pay it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to
Good on Thras. Everyone good on Thras?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to discard.
Which card?
Shut your mouth.
Shane's active next turn.
It would only be for 2 or less.
Sure.
I only have one other left to do. One left.
3. Not yet.
No, it would be a
Yeah,
2 or
yeah,
less.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I mean.
Yeah.
2 CMC or
Does he
less.
have the Woober to pay to do it?
Yeah.
I will because it's Savala.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's
Yeah.
2 or less.
It's
not a win.
Yeah, I know. I'm just you are very ahead.
Well, I do not have. I'll tell you right now, I don't have board interaction right now.
Sure.
I'm about to get rid of my board.
I'm just letting it be known that like
What are you getting rid of?
the
4 lands and
up.
more on a land.
Sounds good.
Golly.
Any effects on Aiden's instant?
I do not have any.
Okay, I will drop a turn. Play a scrub land.
Cool.
Sponsored by
Smothering Tides.
I should not have pitched the Passageon.
or the Otawara.
Josh, you have
Yeah,
priority.
but I need.
I know.
Hey, you know?
So how do we feel about this? I mean, I can't do anything
Not
about it, but I
good.
want to.
Yeah.
Hey, and you got a grip over there. What do you got?
Got 7 in
You're
here.
telling me you have a grip of no interaction?
Yep.
That's questionable.
I'll pass priority on the Smothering Tithe.
Pass.
Good with me.
Let's see here.
At least the draw engines are gone. But he has the draw engine.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's do Let's be mature. Depths of all 2, 3. Actually, I'll do it this way. 3. Cast Sissay.
Cool. You're
1,
tapped out
2,
after
3,
that.
4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand. Pass the turn.
Golly. All right. Well, I'm gonna untap and
I have
draw
trigger.
my card. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Let's see here. I really would have liked to have drawn a land there.
Me too, buddy. Me too. Instead, I drew this thing that said cards.
Yep. Let's see here.
Yep.
Because I can't do everything I want. And that makes me sad. Let's go this way. Tap 3.
Yep.
Enduring Vitality.
Trigger.
Not paying for Ristic.
Good on Enduring Vitality.
That's why I'm doing that, help me.
Cool. I have an Enduring Vitality. Tap here and here for Thras.
Ristic. You have 2 mana left right now? Correct?
Yep, 2 mana left. Go ahead. Tap Nantuko and an insect for. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? I think I'm gonna pass the turn. Trigger on my instep.
Yeah. Growing rights.
Growing
Flip.
rights.
Yep. Sounds good.
Yep.
And you have 5 creatures.
The wording on growing rights is it exile and return, or is it just
That's what I was just checking.
because it could trigger an ETB? That's all.
Just transforms.
Cool.
So no.
So nope.
Any effects on this instant?
Nope.
Cool. We'll draw.
Smothering Tide.
You got it. I'm going to advance up.
Yep. You have 9 mana, correct?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Technically,
10.
those are each only 2 because you have to put 1 into them.
Sure. So
2, 4, 6, 7.
5, 7,
Technically.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
Good.
I got no effects on instant.
Untap, draw.
Smothering Tide.
I'll pay it.
Sounds good.
Paying for the smothering ties. Wow.
Cavern of Souls. I'll name.
human?
Yeah.
Human.
Row.
He's a big.
Risk.
Okay.
Good with me.
I'm going to ask you something very serious.
Yeah, put that draw back.
Are you winning? Because
If you're not winning, don't float it up.
Shane copies this and we die.
Okay, sure.
Notably, I do not run Sakashima instead.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You're
that's-
on copies.
Yeah.
Actually, Comedians list is not my top planning.
Zero
Okay,
copies.
Zero clones. I swear
Okay,
to God.
it doesn't even matter with him. If
Can
he
you? Anyone else can copy it? Sure. It is
Okay,
true.
sure. I won't. I don't have.
I think tap out voice of victory is just not the move.
I like the effort though.
Crop rotation.
Trigger.
Well, let's talk about no.
Trigger.
Yeah, you can have it.
Pass on competition.
I'm good on competition.
Got it.
I'm gonna go find. Great.
Sounds good.
Typical.
Alfred.
Give a little love tap.
Go ahead.
On your instep.
Grift. Grift.
I wish. Golly, I wish. I'm gonna activate Thras, floating 2.
3. Oh no, floating 1.
Floating 1.
Uno.
For some reason, I thought you had train grounds.
Yeah, I did.
Bottom that's reveal
Slithering.
Chromax.
Do you have the mana?
Yeah, I'm gonna respond to the Smothering Tithe.
Sure.
Tap insect, use my floating there. I'm gonna snap Savala to your hands.
Trigger.
What else do I got here? I will pay for the Ristic.
Esper?
Pay for one of them. I have 1 mana.
I'll draw. Swan Song.
Swan Song. I don't have any triggers, unfortunately. I was like, do you guys have any help for this, or I'm trying not to lose.
I
Right
understand.
here.
I'm going to spin Kinnan. That's the first thing I'm going to do.
Okay.
You got it. That would be 6 mana, right? Yes, it would be.
Sure. High pay trigger.
Yep. Kind of floating colors, sir.
Sure am. I'm gonna pay 2 life and mental misstep the Swan Song, paying for Ristic.
So, Esper?
Pay for it.
Mental.
Golly. Your turn.
Sure. Activate Thrasios.
Okay.
Got it. All good.
Reveal Thassa's Orc.
Smothering Tithe.
You're good. Yeah, cool.
Mental back on the side.
Response.
Yeah,
So it's Snap, Swan Song, mental.
I'm gonna Force of Will targeting the Swan Song.
pitching.
That's a good question. I'll pitch this Flesh Duplicate.
Ristic.
Yeah, you got it. I'm gonna go. No, I haven't.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Cool.
Everything will resolve. Snap. I have a Smothering Tide trigger in response to your draw, so I'll make another treasure.
Mhm.
So ball goes to hand.
Wait.
No, I responded to the trigger with the snap.
Yeah, so after the snap, I'll get a treasure.
Yeah, but I'll have mana to pay for.
Oh,
that's why I responded.
I got you.
That's why I
You're
responded.
gonna pay. I got you.
So no, there's a trigger above the snap. So before snap resolves, you won't have mana to pay for the time.
There's not a trigger above the.
No, it's
No, he snapped in response.
Okay.
then
Okay.
snap.
Sorry.
He snapped in response to the
Thrasios,
trigger.
Sure. Okay.
I'm good to let this kind of
yeah,
stack
you're
resolve and get out of
So
my
you're gonna
way here.
deal on Tech Cradle and Mistress,
Mistrise and Cradle.
and then
I'll pay for Tithe and then spin Thrasios with the remaining 4.
Sure.
Good.
yeah, you're good.
I'll put this on the bottom, I think. No, I'm gonna keep this in hand. I'm gonna reveal in this Resurgent Animus.
Mhm.
Put it in my hand.
Tithe.
You're good.
Good to go to turn.
Yep, good to go to turn.
Okay.
Draw. And well, you have 1 trillion cards in hand, so let's see it.
Great.
Pretty good start.
I should have responded. Okay, it's all good. Take a damage. Ragavan.
No effects to Ragavan.
Cool.
Just think of the most efficient way to live.
You let your life already drag.
I did, yes. Yes, you did. I did. Sissay is a 3/3. I'm going to just keep it counted here for the table. If I can for the stream. Let's go 2 colorless, 3 green, floating 2 Taru.
Okay.
Yep, so I have a trigger.
Wait. You're tapping.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I need to tap. Floating a colorless. Let me grab the other dice I can borrow something.
Yeah, use the big dice.
Floating a colorless. So have to enter before it gets a trigger, so we have priority.
I'll pass priority.
Everyone good on Taru?
Yep.
Yep.
So Taru enters. I draw a card. Target opponent may draw a card, and I make a tap treasure for each card drawn. That's not on my turn.
I'll draw.
Gavin, I'll target you.
Yeah.
Do you want to draw the card?
Yes.
Okay, I'll draw as well.
It's a tap treasure.
I make a tap treasure.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that.
Do you need a treasure token?
Yeah, do you have a treasure to make it tapped? Thank you, sir. Can I have one more dice, Gavin? Thanks, guy.
So needy.
Okay. Sissay is a 4/4.
Guest star bells.
Hey, Bella. Snorting.
Okay.
Bella wants to be a star.
Oh, Bella.
Let's do a.
She's on frame a little bit now.
I don't want to push her.
3 4
You smell like you just ate a bunch of food.
5. Activate Sissay.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you call me?
Any effects?
Nope.
You were Sissay.
All right, he'll probably pass the turn after this.
Surely.
You're dead.
Bella, get on her. Looks like the poll's going to be wrong.
What?
He made a poll of prediction to win this game. There's only one vote. Like himself. You don't know.
What?
It's anonymous.
Tie bar.
Okay. I'll untap and.
Yeah.
Oh.
Give us a cut, please. Use the colorless. Let's tap for 4 green. Savala.
Floating 2 green.
Floating 2 green. Actually, yeah, I have the green ones.
Oh, yeah.
Just keep those.
He's going to need them.
Just keep those.
Savala good.
Yeah.
Sissay is a 5.
You're floating 2 green.
2 green. Sissay is a 5/5.
You win here.
Prove it.
Use 1 green. Activate Savala
Uber.
Mm-hmm.
for Woober.
Activate Sissay.
Activate Sissay. Any response to that?
Nope.
Grab ready. Sissay is a 6/6.
Okay.
2, 3, 4. Yes, just untap Savala on ETB.
Mm-hmm.
Cut these. Use the green. Tap Savala for 6, floating another green.
Mm-hmm.
Activate Sissay.
Funny asking for a cut there.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it.
Oh yeah.
You're so funny.
That's how you stunt on them in tournaments, guys. It's in the middle of your Savala loops. You're
In
going,
order to do
cut.
good in tournaments, call your opponents scumbags.
Sure.
Turns out.
Don't.
Yeah. It doesn't actually work.
So another thing you can call your opponents that'll get you a long judge call.
All right, sweetheart.
Yeah, sweetheart. I forgot about that one.
I'll never forget about that one.
I'll never forget.
30 minutes later. We're all sweethearts.
You know. After the fact, I was kind of glad I wasn't there.
The Fury who slows the sunset.
Spicy.
Whoa. That's a
Uptick to Fury.
It does a lot of things.
Uptick to Fury. I will untap my Savala.
Okay.
I will untap my guy's Cradle.
Typical.
And I will untap my Soaring. I will tap down I guess your 2 creatures and doesn't matter.
What does it do?
It said choose up to 1 target artifact, up to 1 target creature, up to 1 target land. Untap the chosen permanent you control, or tap the chosen permanent you don't control.
No, so
No.
Or do you just do one?
yeah,
you don't get
just
to
do one. Okay,
Yeah,
never
it
mind.
doesn't work that
That's
way.
about to go.
That's fine.
Oh my god!
That's right one.
That's fine.
Classic
Um,
Planeswalker.
I have never once read that card in my
Tap
life and was like,
2,
"Whoa!"
Marvin.
Marvin's around.
Activate. We'll do green. Tap Savala for 6. Float another green.
Mm-hmm.
Activate Sissay.
Prove it.
Grab Iorth.
Okay.
Infinite loop with Marvin and Savala.
Yeah,
So-
man. How you winning?
Oh, Mountain Dew. Grab Mountain Dew.
Show me
All
mine.
right.
Okay.
Just show for the viewers at home. Show us the actual finish here.
Okay, here. When you get Mount Doom, I'll flash in Oppo. I'll exile that.
You go. Oh, last activation.
Actually,
Wait a minute.
I can use artifact mana. I have Shadow the Hedgehog.
I'll do this. I'll just do this to make it easier, to make it more fun.
Do you have a meal?
I haven't made it yet, but we'll just do this. I'll detutor for finale.
Sure, we done.
You guys good with that?
That is more fun.
I'll
Yeah.
block.
Keep in mind, I've got a 3/3 that turns into a enchantment later on.
Already.
Oh, heartbreak.
I'm right back.
Next 2 draws. Golly.
Yeah, I would have drawn 4 more lands. Exactly what I'm looking.
Yeah, I really played that last turn betting on a untap, or that I would have another turn.
I mean,
I was hoping.
Ristic, Esper, and Tyler just.
So oppressed. Yeah. And especially with Aiden and I letting our fish go, there was just no keeping up with you there. I don't know. I can go back and forth. Obviously, my first time ever playing the deck, but maybe it wasn't right to let the fish die there.
Trust me.
And just keep drawing forever. But I also don't think it would have. I think it would have drawn me like 2 more cards. Maybe.
I think this new interactive version of Sissay is just much better than the fact that your average draws are just better. Like my draws from you guys were just interaction, demonic tutor, smothering tide, Esper Sentinel. Like I drew into all of it.
Right.
Like, I kept a turn 1 Ristic, which is insane in 4th seat. It's great, and just being able to draw. Gavin having gone down. Honestly, going into that turn, I'm pretty sure all of you were tapped out except for Gavin. I think he had like two of blue or green.
Yeah,
and activation plus mana.
I had used everything.
Well, and then I think what really cemented me going for it there was the fact that I could tell that at that snap, like by Josh using the Force of Will, because I feel like that is when you use the Force of Will, I felt like that was that was wild.
That was crazy.
You know, beta.
No, so I feel like using the Force of Will is a sign that this is the last thing I have, because that's the last counter. You like exiling your best counter
Over a snap.
and over fighting over the Savala. It was like, to me, I was like, okay, like this is like the last ditch effort. So honestly, me top decking Cradle there was a huge part of why I was even.
You drew really well, but also like what was in your hand?
That's true.
So I think it's just one of those. I think at that time I was like, I'm pretty sure there's no interaction. Funnily enough, the last draw, what was it? I drew Cradle off of whatever last Ristic. My draw for turn was Force of Will. So actually, going into that turn, I was like, oh, I have another piece of interaction. I'm just going to jam. My original plan was I had Worldly Tutor, Demonic Tutor in hand. I was going to upkeep, spin into Cutzel. If Savala was still around, I was going to upkeep, spin into Cutzel, Worldly Tutor for Thras, and then just win with Demonic Tutor. That was going to be my original plan. I was like, this is easier.
I'll probably take a break, right?
7. Yeah, we'll take 7.
That game was short.
What is the high roll?
9.
My game was 45
You
minutes.
rolled a 9?
Yeah, brother.
Oh, I don't feel like
You rolled a 9?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're first. Didn't you roll a 9? You rolled an 8.
You guys, they get tied.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Took 30.
Do we want to do mulligans now so we're ready to go when we come back?
Well, do we want to take a break, or do we want to just play the
I think we
second
take
game?
a quick.
Just make it a kind of standard.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Keep it
thinking.
short, break like 5 minutes.
Let's take a quick break.
Sure, 5:20, something like that. How about we'll be back at 8:20, guys?
Yep. Give us 6 minutes.
Well, let's I was gonna say we do our mulligans, then go out for 5. But yeah,
Well, let's do it 10 then.
Okay,
let's do 10.
we'll
Let's
do
do
10.
820. Let's do 825.
Standard
Just do 825.
825.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, we'll see you all in a few.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm keeping for so.
We're back.
Welcome back, grippers.
All right, guys. Game 2 here. Aiden's on the play.
Yep.
How many did you keep?
First or second set?
I'm Sissay again. I'm on 6. I'm on 2. Josh, Thras,
on
Kodama
5.
on 5. Gavin,
First up.
Kinnan, Snap keep 7.
Snaps does.
No,
Specifying.
he looked at 7 and goes, "I'll keep it."
He looks at 7 and he goes, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah. Oh, he took a picture of it and everything. We're gonna silence on.
I'm gonna silence on us.
We're gonna silence on his upkeep.
Hey, Shout
any-
out that homie
Any
Torrance.
pre-games?
Nope.
Pre-games? All right, Aiden, kick it off.
Grip.
Drop.
Let it grip. He
Oh,
dies. What the heck?
Marsh flats.
We're good together.
Sack search.
Oppo.
Yeah, do it if you want.
Yeah, you're good. How was he gonna hop up?
Elder Spirit Guide.
Good on Land
Spirit
Royals.
Guide,
Josh,
Morphos, Dark
So
Ring.
good.
Gavin, good on Land Royals. Anything else, Aiden?
Nope, go ahead.
Draw for turn. Command Tower. Tap Command Tower for Birds of Paradise. I will.
No mama birds of paradise.
That's true. I'm gonna play a little Buckleberry Fairy.
What the? What?
Obero. Fish again.
Pass on fish.
Pass on fish.
Pass on.
Go ahead. The classic. Go to
Second
5.
matter.
See fish.
Oh, yeah, actually. I this is like one of the first few hands where I will not
Fetch for Tropical Island.
He's gonna feed you.
Don't love hearing that.
Remember?
Take a draw.
Yeah. Springleaf Drum.
Draw again. Good on Springleaf. Good on Member.
Go ahead.
2 cards that you need your commander for.
Sorry. Shane's all high off of one game, bro.
No, it's because I just took the little shots.
What?
Oh,
About you,
Especially after
when's that stream happen?
especially after you said
Josh. You can.
nobody can beat you, and then my first game back in 2 weeks I won.
First off,
Yeah.
I say no one could beat
And
me.
then
I said
what
please someone.
did Gavin say to you last game?
I have no
At the
idea.
end of the game, he said something wild.
All I know is he said, "I mulled the 5. I mulled the 5. I mulled the 5."
Yeah.
Good on
Stating
Loco.
facts.
Yep. Go to second main. I'll make a black. Josh, you can draw. Ink seal.
Woohoo! Oh, I missed my draw off the carpet.
You
Dude.
know, just
Sneaky
bragging
guy.
going.
I said it.
You did say it. You did say it.
I already took it.
We're having too much fun.
Cool.
Anything after MCO?
Nope. You can go ahead.
All right. Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
This is for me. Yeah.
Mana Confluence.
No effects.
Da-da-da. Let's cast a Basim. Ivan Ishk. Pass.
Can I read it?
I said that right. Yeah, yeah.
I think it's
I'll read it for the stream. Whenever you cast a historic spell, draw a card. Basim can't be blocked this turn. This ability triggers only once each turn. When Basim deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on
So just like Sissay.
Hedge breaker. Surveil. Oh, it's a good card, but I don't want it right now.
With a good card.
How about a game matchup?
Dude, are there 2 Joshes here? I'll leave it on top. Go ahead. I almost revealed it like it was a Thrasios activation. I was almost like, yeah, I'll put this on top.
Waller Grove. Kinnan.
Yep. You got a Kinnan.
Nice, dude.
Kinnan good?
Yeah.
So good.
4. Clever person.
Logo trigger.
You got it.
Clever Impersonator, you have priority.
It's good with me.
Good with me.
I have no effects.
It enters as a Mystic Remora. Go ahead.
Whoa.
Untap. Draw. Wowza.
Gee,
Tropical Island. You only have 1. You also only have 1.
Yes.
Okay. I'll float a blue.
Yeah.
Thrasios.
Okay.
Wait. No.
Whoa. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Tymna.
Whoa. Roger that.
Yeah, get on Tymna.
Team out Rock Prize.
I have ring protection.
Delmy.
Good on Delmy. Pass on Delmy.
That's my second spell, so I remake the treasure.
Yep, take yellow.
Go to combat. Josh, I'll swing Lotho at you.
Let's make a deal. I take 2 damage.
I take 1, draw a card, take a second, draw a card.
Sounds good.
and then pass the turn.
All right.
I'll need a die.
Upkeep effects good. Draw. Play a Mount Doom.
That's how he won last turn. Oh wait, no, he finale.
Tap 2 for. Let's see. 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's unfortunate I have to do it this way because I can't cast any spells otherwise. Tap 3 for
3 or 4.
Relic.
Oh.
You guys can draw. I have a Basim trigger.
Cool.
I will draw a card. Lotho or Relic. Good. I'm sorry. Lotho's coming next. Obviously, I just said that. Lotho.
I have 2 Lotho triggers.
Actually, hold on. Sorry, I'm going to take Lotho back. We're going to do this a different way.
What is the classic second spell Lotho?
Yeah, well, I couldn't do it the other way because I wouldn't be able to cast both. Yeah, I will just do Lotho.
Oh, so you
I already put it out.
I have
You're good.
Why are you alive?
Well, that's what Sissay does, dude.
That in a Eureka players, you know.
I have 2 mana. I will pass.
I'm gonna pay for fish.
Wow.
Oh no, right?
As one does.
As one.
Well, someone say he's getting fishy.
Something smelly over here.
All right, you took it too far.
Yeah, what the heck? Yeah, we're gonna have some banter
Shifting with
pointers after this one.
This might be the last stream.
For a whole slew of reasons.
Talk to them about that other festival.
Yeah.
I think I said it correctly. Divided halfling.
Pass on the
Good on halves.
Good with
We're playing it real loose and fast with the slang over here, fellas. Yeah, D halves. Good.
Drop.
Announce your triggers.
Sure.
I denounce you.
Good point.
I cast a semi-signet.
Twigger.
You can draw.
Yep.
Shboom.
Yep.
So good.
Game action though?
Working on it.
Dude, Shane's little girly giggle that he has.
It's the best when something crazy happens.
I just hear it from across the DJ store.
It's usually always directed at one individual.
Something happens.
We're not saying names on this podcast.
Never,
but it's,
never, never.
What this is? What are we doing?
Dang, good point. Game action.
I agree.
I'm just thinking about the board state.
Are you the judge for this? Can we use you as judge? Yeah.
Move to my end step.
Game action, please. There we go. All right.
Yeah, I'll need a game.
Move to my end step.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We're just gonna bully Gavin to pass his turn.
Draw.
Well, he's got a flip up, and he probably has.
do not.
an-
You have 1. You still
Okay.
have
4,
1.
5.
Good. You stay that way.
Bro, count.
Hey, yo, we need to remove this cannon. Right
Dude,
now.
don't talk to me.
1, 2, 50, 100.
I hate you.
We need to remove this.
Windswept Teeth.
Still worried about Aiden, I gotta be honest.
So fine.
That's your guys' problem.
I'm both the 5.
Dude, I'm playing a 5-color deck.
There's a real
Every
chance.
single good card.
Well, no.
Show me some good cards.
Healy is not a good card.
I'm only playing the best cards in
It killed the standard format. What are you talking about?
Okay, no one cares about 60 cards though, Gavin.
60 card don't care about you. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because you're not good enough to play 60
This
cards.
is a CEDH stream.
Gotcha.
Just because you're not good enough to play 60 card don't mean you got shit.
All right, let's get JV out of here.
Cast Thrasios.
He's not sounding very grippy to me.
No,
Good on Thrasios.
he hasn't gripped me once since we've been here.
This is in your home, in your own
Oh,
home.
my own home, my own dog.
What?
Can we put Bella on stream?
How
She was actually in the last one. Her tour was on the
Was she in the
last
first?
Ready.
Lotho triggers. Mine will happen before.
We might need to
yours.
pay attention to what
Yeah, I've
Aiden's doing.
got 2.
Good on yours resolving. Everyone good on Derevi before his Lotho triggers.
I don't know. Are you?
What was
I
your
pass.
Oh, Thras.
I pass on Derevi. I've made my treasure.
Yeah, I pass on Duran.
Derevi's pretty scary.
I have 2.
Yeah, I'm not jazzed
You'll
about it.
Bro, I have 3 cards in hand.
Derevi
Sounds like you
ATBs.
Oh my god.
2 lands.
Yeah.
Sounds good, Aiden. This is your game to lose, bud.
I know.
I know.
It's gonna be really embarrassing if you don't win here.
I know.
We're gonna talk about it when you're not here
I know.
and afterwards.
I'm
Forever
gonna go to
action.
combat. Tymna at Josh. Thrasios at Shane.
Didn't you just play Thrasios?
He did.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't do dress. You can send
Judge,
both, though.
kill
You can
him.
trade both.
Turskip.
Sorry.
Vote for Turskip.
Judge, we can beat him to an inch of his.
I'll do Tymna at Josh.
You're thinking I won't block with the D half?
Sure, you can if you want to.
No, I won't. You can.
Okay, you'll lose 2. I'll gain 2. I'll pay 2. Well, I have 2 Derevi triggers.
No,
Can I
you're
get
good.
your mana
You
thing?
have 2 Derevi triggers before your draws. 2 Derevi triggers
I'm
before
gonna
your
float
draws.
a blue
Okay.
There's
and
2 in
a green.
combat damage and in combat. Step.
Yes. I have a blue and green
untap
floating
2
in
lands.
combat.
Yeah, float another blue and another green.
Okay.
Those are not the cards in your hand, turns out.
I'll ignore chat for you.
I'm gonna just send it, activate Thrasios.
Sure.
Reveal demonic consultation.
Danger, danger, danger.
Pay 2 life, draw 2 cards.
Wait, why are you drawing 2?
He went to he was doing because he had to do it. He had to do it in combat.
Yeah. I decided to be like, wait.
Let's all correct Gavin at one time.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Well,
Wrong.
it's just me correcting. Yeah, he just talked over me, so it sounded like 2 other people.
It's crazy because he was the one confused about what was happening.
Eladamri's call.
Huh.
Pass priority, Fisher.
You're good.
I pass priority on.
I'm so.
I mean, this just gets thoughtful. Do we have? I mean, should we fight here? I honestly, God, don't have a counterspell, so I'm. Gonna pass.
I don't have anything for that.
I'm gonna pass priority. This just gets Thassus, and next turn we lose. If he has a silence effect.
Okay, we counter the silence effect on Thassus.
Okay, but if it's a Grand Abolisher,
But it's 4 mana.
I mean, shit, he can win right now. He has 4 treasures.
Understood, but he needs to have 5
Okay,
mana.
Eladamri's call on the stack. All right, it resolves. Cool. No game actions.
Well, Gavin has priority.
Hold on,
You pass
yeah.
priority. You because Josh passed.
Yeah,
so
I did pass.
Did you play a land already?
He did.
Yep.
So
He has 4 treasures.
your
He can
Lotho
win.
triggers already happened.
Yes,
Yep.
it has. Him and I both got Lotho triggers already. He can't fall unless it's exactly silence. He can't start with a silence effect,
Understand.
but he does just win here if he wants to.
So here's where I'm at mentally.
Mhm.
Eladamri's call, Lotho already happened. He doesn't have land drop. He has demonic consultation, so he either needs to literally cast silence, Thassus decon,
He-
but last
it's-
time nothing.
It's probably just going to be Thassa Decon,
Understood.
and he probably has interaction.
I have something for what comes next.
Are you
I
gonna
don't
use
think
it?
that.
Let's
Hold on,
resolve
we
the
can-
Eladamri's call.
Push.
Yeah, no, and I'll tell you, we can talk about it.
Sure,
Yes.
you can, but not for an extensive amount of time. Like
Sure.
we have 80
this is-
minutes
this-
left.
this is
probably.
critical. Yeah,
80 minutes in the whole
This is a
round.
critical point in the turn.
100%.
Talk about
Yeah, you could win this. So
I have something for what's coming
can we
next.
each show each other one piece of interaction, or are you not down for that, Josh? Because mine is a lot worse, and I'm not. I'm going to, especially as person priority, I'm going to pass because mine fucks. Screws me. Sorry.
I can show you guys.
I've got.
This is all I have, and I'm not willing to use
Okay.
this. Really.
I've got this, and I'm just not.
Mine is not good.
Okay.
Mine is
Okay.
what it is.
I think.
Okay. I think we let it resolve.
this
I think we
is.
let it resolve.
Okay.
Okay, good. You're good.
I think we let this resolve. It just.
That is
Good
literally
on
all
you
I
Aiden,
have.
for telling us to hurry up.
Wild.
I think that's your.
you felt
Honestly, in your
fast.
position, while you're searching, I think like you
Yeah.
toss the hand up and call the judge over. Honestly,
Yeah.
Offer cuts.
That was
Better
really
judges
the
competent.
cameras and all the cards
What?
by flash.
It's in my hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I got a nerd out. I got a
Fishbow Masters.
Completely different.
I don't know if that's worse or better.
Oh, GG's Kinnan.
Aiden, get him.
I pass priority on orchestra.
I pass priority.
That's
I pass.
right at Kinnan.
2 pings blow up Kinnan.
I mean,
There's going to be fish activations coming. I think there's an argument for any other target. Except
I will tell you right now, I'm not triggering fish on Archie. So
Yeah, what are the other targets though?
I'd rather
Lotho,
concede than trigger
Burge,
fish.
I don't care about
Basim.
Lotho. I out Lotho his Lotho. I do not.
No. You don't. You care about the pips that are on Lotho.
That's so we stay out of it.
Let them discuss.
if you look at my board, I can cast this. I can't activate it.
Yeah, somebody casts Sissay.
I can't activate
one card. I blow up Sissay.
He clearly is advocating for his
Yeah.
board, but I think that there is a turn cycle where one more OBM trigger happens and Kinnan will die.
I mean, you're
but
also
I'm
advocating for your board.
Yes,
100%,
because
yeah.
I'm in last in turn position.
I think
And there's-
Kinnan is inherently the right answer. If Sissay was on the field, I'd say blow up Sissay, but it's not.
Yeah,
Say
but
start asking to
Sissay's in
see
the
hands,
command zone.
honestly.
But Sissy's in the command zone ready to go.
Yeah, okay, then like what can you show me to convince me to not blow up Kinnan?
I mean, if you want to throw this,
Tell him, Bella.
I think Kinnan's inherently the
I
right.
will say that if Kinnan dies, I'm not interacting.
Okay, but if he
He still has a fish. I have no
doesn't
draw.
want a historic spell on his
Yeah,
turn,
you
I
kill
blow
both
up
of
his birds and Lothar.
Exactly.
But then you can also kill Kinnan. So that same argument is null and void. But he's next in turn.
Yeah, so I kill Kinnan now, blow up that later, and then whenever Josh
Why
draws
would
it,
you blow up Saul later with his next turn?
because I will probably be able to blow it up on his next
Why not just
Yeah.
blow it up now
I will tell you right now.
and then blow up
That makes a little bit more sense to blow up the two things, and then when he does do something, then blow up the Kinnan.
Yes. Because then you're just going to fight this on by yourself and run and die.
The problem is he's already passed, so you blow up my board, and then I play something, and he probably just counter, or he probably stops the Overthrow Masters.
I mean, like,
I do not have anything to counter the Orbish Bow
You
Masters.
counter.
I would say
remove,
show me the hand.
remove is a
Counter and remove are the same thing in my opinion. I do not have a way to deal with Bowmaster at this time. This Kinnan will die, and I'm fine with that. I'm not fine with it if Shane is going to go left unchecked.
Well, how about that's the deal?
Where-
Like he blows up that first if you let the Kinnan die on the next.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
sure, I'll blow up Lothar.
There's one
and
more
the,
trigger.
and the bird.
Yeah, your birds can die. I need to die for my
You could die.
because I don't have enough.
Yo, let me draw it. Let me draw it. Somebody give me no. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
There we go. I'm just deep. No, Gavin's. We'll get rid of his token here in a second.
I'm just gonna cast the birds and pass.
Any response to birds?
I do not.
Land for sure. Ready. Trigger.
Sure.
Draw.
Blow up Kinnan.
Cool.
2 counters. What are you untapping with Derevi?
Yep. I'll just do the sea. Sissay.
2 Lothar triggers.
Yep. Trigger. Draw a card. 2 more Bowmasters.
If you're not targeting,
I mean, if you're gonna, I'm gonna pass after this, and I have
I think you just start
4
targeting.
mana. I cannot
face.
activate Sissay,
I think you're just
or you blow up the light half because you are in a commanding state.
Well, so what's on the stack right now?
2
Two
or
OBM
6.
triggers.
2 OBM triggers after with Sissay cast most that because of Basim.
Okay. Does Basim not get any +1/+1 counters?
It's only when it deals combat damage. I have not dealt.
Yeah, and he
combat.
hasn't
Whenever
spoken
Basim deals combat
I
damage,
will
to
tell
player,
you
put a
that
plus-
I think taking out Basim to get rid of
Yes.
the colors is probably.
I think because
I have 4 mana. I cannot activate Sissay. I'm going to pass.
yeah, but Sissay is still a
I
5/5.
think it's a higher target. If we're debating between
No, it's a 6/6.
colors and draws you cards versus my
Yeah.
delighted halflings,
Same
I think
argument
it's-
he gave to you. He's defending his board.
this is
It's
way.
the same
also-
This
exact
is
argument.
way different.
I
Yeah.
cannot activate, and he probably wins on his
Yeah.
next turn.
Okay.
I'm not going to get another.
Still
untap.
remains. I think taking care of the colors and getting rid of a draw would be more better than my colorless tapper.
Uncounterable tapper.
I'm
There's your army.
You have 2 Bowmaster Pinks. I'm going to pass on this regardless. With
You-
4 mana up, I cannot activate Sissay.
Know what the vote is.
I think I do. I think I do kill the Basim.
Cool. Pass turn.
I put it up, didn't I? Found 1, 2, 3, 4.
Untap. I think I gotta start making game actions. I'm gonna let the fish die. Draw, good.
Yep. Yeah, I'll make a draw.
Let's see here. Tap these 2 for a Spring Heart and a Tuco.
Cool.
Tap these 2 for a Lotus Cobra.
I have 2 Lothar triggers.
You're good. Play a Misty Rainforest. Trigger. I should not have erased your insect token.
I got you.
We'll put one out there for now. And then I will make a blue with Lotus Cobra.
Sure.
Aiden, would you be willing to make a little deal with me here?
I mean, what's the deal?
So I can copy the Orcish to kill the Orcish, but I don't think I'm the threat, and I don't think I think you're the threat. I mean, I just talk myself out of it.
I don't think you make any deals with anyone at this point. It's
Yeah.
the three of us versus you right now, and there's no way to get around that.
I'll crack. I'll fast play to get a drop. Make a second insect. Lotus Cobra will make a second blue. I'll cast a Flesh Duplicate. Flesh Duplicate good?
Yep.
I will kill Orcish.
Oh man, we would have destroyed his half, and you wouldn't have been able to do that.
I still would have done it. That actually would have been the first thing I did. Because I could not have done all that.
Play out everything else.
Yeah.
You would have been short.
I'm going to pass while I get my Trop. My Trop is untapped. That's it. Just by the way.
I'm gonna let fish die. Sure.
I'll let the fish die, huh?
Well, when my Kinnan dies, and I was pretty invested in that Kinnan.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
We hear it.
Kinnan players tend to believe pretty invested in their Kinnan.
That's my
I'm good on Kinnan.
Yeah. I think that's better. Honestly.
practice.
Ant on a log.
Tap member, play copy artifact.
Yep.
It's going to, if it's good, it's going to enter as a Relic of Legends.
I have 2 of those triggers.
You got it.
I need another die if anyone has one.
Use the bigger one.
I'm going to move mine, so
Yep.
go ahead.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Main phase. How many islands do you have, Josh? 2?
Dose.
Cool. I will float 2 blue. Hutzel.
Floating 1 blue. Still.
No, I just used this.
Oh,
for
okay.
it, so I still have the 2 blue.
Pass.
Yeah, well,
Pass.
The information in my hand has not changed.
we're just going to lose. If you'd rather,
Based on what he doesn't have the mana for what he showed us, does he? No.
I do. I have 3 mana.
if you want to roll the dice,
Oh.
like roll the dice with your spell, or we lose. That is where we're at.
Reset priority.
Float 2 blue.
Sandbagged.
I have no effects.
It's fine.
I can't cast. I can't play.
That's pretty good.
Well, yeah. It's something we can fight over.
No, he can reverse teleport. We can fight over the beacon.
Well, it wouldn't matter. It's
He's not going
silence.
to think of that.
It's a silence. He won't just.
Yeah, he just. Yeah.
No, he wouldn't be able to reverse Oracle.
No. If a silent. Yeah.
I mean, if you like born upon him on your turn or something.
Yeah, but then we fight on top of
Right.
Cutzel.
Yeah, all right.
We fight on top of the
Yeah.
Cutzel.
Don't bury yourself too deep. I think this is fine.
Silence.
Both of them?
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Oops, sorry, Melvin.
Didn't see your life. Mine.
Oh, sorry. So silence. Cutzel's
Silence
silence.
on Cutzel.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Silence results?
Okay.
Alright.
Don't care.
You saved us.
I mean,
I'm gonna go to combat. Derevi at.
I don't have flyers.
Yeah.
I know that. It looks like that's what you're looking at.
Yeah, Derevi at Josh,
That's why I didn't put wings on the inside.
Tymna at Shane.
No
That's
blocks.
it.
No blocks.
I have no blocks. 2 damage. Cool.
Yep, I'll do my Derevi triggers first.
Sure.
This is Sissay's power. Just
Okay.
Untap, untap, float, activate Thrasios.
Yep.
Sure.
You're good, dude.
This is all before the Tymna
Yeah.
draws? Okay.
I think you kill this thing here.
Yeah. Well, if that's the only reason he's in the game right now.
Well, so it's more than that. But...
Well, his mana advantage from Lotho.
No, I'll put this.
Okay. Reveal. Please not a land.
Voice of Victor.
Cool. Please
Um,
I'm gonna.
You think the Lotho, or should I market damage here on Delney?
No. I don't know how much more he's gonna draw.
The
'Cause if you
Lotho's
He's
mark
going
it
to
down-
draw 4 cards.
But if you mark it, he might not draw though. You can still kill
Yeah.
the down.
Sure, I'll kill the Lotho.
Okay.
Oh,
I have
my I was missing my orc army. I think I was waiting on. I think in my head you were drawing.
You're still in combat.
Yeah, well, I have my my
Yeah, so you're going to second main.
game. Well, yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna pay my 2 that I gained, draw
Okay.
2 more.
2 orcish. I'll kill the Delney. Yeah,
Sure.
gotta settle that down. Are you responding to the other Tymna?
No, I did them both already.
Just remember you're under silence.
How'd you do them both? I thought you just drew 2. There's drew 2.
You did.
Oh yeah, well I guess I do have 2 more. I forgot.
Yeah.
Are you doing 2 more or not? You can decline.
I'm thinking.
Candy, it's been so long since I've actually read Tymna Fields of May.
Yeah, I think it's a man.
Yeah.
Well, I can't cast non-creatures.
You can't get any
Spell.
It's
Can't
silence.
cast
You can't
spells,
get
yeah.
any spells.
You have to concede the game to us.
I won't do it.
Oh,
Cool.
okie dokie.
Pass.
Hell yeah. Sweet.
I'm gonna do something on your upkeep.
Sure. Good.
Concede.
Crop rotation.
Pass priority on provocation.
You think I use that now?
He's just gonna get a
Yeah, I
critical
think so
here.
too.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. Yeah.
This is getting out of interaction.
I'll show you the misstep. I'll pay the life.
Sure.
Good to go to draw step.
Yep.
Everyone. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Draw.
Yep. Sweet girl. It's a good marker. You don't want to eat that.
Can I see what's in your graveyard?
Did that.
Whoa. Meme Brett?
No, I don't know.
What?
Danger. I need to start asking to see graveyards on just every turn I ever have.
Just
so
make
it's
a
never
pucker factor 5,000
Yeah.
all the time. Like,
Because every time I'm like, crap,
They just try.
like every enemy in my hand, I'm like, I need to see graveyards. And everyone's like, oh, he has reanimate. That's funny. God, you still have 9 treasures?
Yeah.
Golly. That's a handful.
I don't mind that you use your interaction on my crop rotation.
Well, it's like, it's mental misstep. You know, it's like the counterspell.
Sure,
like,
but
that
if-
would not have been any other counterspell.
Like
other
if I'm
than
on
exactly
decon
that.
instead of tainted pact, now you're down the mist for that.
So I think that's fair, but I think you're representing like,
oh, SpaghettiOs.
yeah, it's
It
also.
only gives me 1 Thrasios spin though.
There's a Agatha's on the stack. Do we have any responses to
I
that?
pass.
I pass.
Agatha's good.
Sure.
Can I see your graveyard?
Yeah, I don't. There's
You don't have
there's
anything?
no activated
Okay,
abilities.
okay,
Nobody
okay.
has activated abilities, so that's why I asked because I don't think it does anything right now for me. But
Yeah.
Go to combat. Josh, do you have any flyers?
I do not.
2 your way, Gavin 5.
World Scoper's in a tree sometimes, but I don't know if that counts.
Well, he's still not flying.
He's a slithery little boy.
Untaps. I will resolve first Revy untap. Untap to Revy himself. Tap 5, activate Sissay in response to the second one. Any response?
No, I got nothing.
Okay.
Are you gonna get Sissay twice in a row?
No, I don't think I win here.
You would have
That didn't sound
a
very
lot of
confident.
things have to go. You'd have.
I don't have enough creatures.
No,
If I had
no.
more creatures, I would.
Yeah,
can't.
you're too short.
Dang. You said you're tiny. Me personally, I won't say that to you.
It's like
50 minutes.
Thank you, Ryan.
2, 3, 4. Still have a land drop, I think. Maybe that helps. Probably should hold it off with that. Stupid. I honestly don't know what I get right here.
Should get a value play. I really thought you were holding up for like Urtai.
I mean, I can still untap for Urtai if I get to Fury. We'll just get to Fury.
Sure.
Second untap, just untap Relic. Actually, no, we're not going to untap Relic. That's dumb. Let's untap Sissay.
Okay.
Tap a cut.
Well, I guess you're probably gonna search again. So.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
One uptick to Fury.
I'd be very surprised if we won again.
Untap Relic, untap to Revi, untap Commit. Land for turn.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have an activation.
I genuinely think you just save this for Urtai because we know what's coming and we need all the counter magic we can get.
Yeah, good luck casting it through the console, buddy.
I don't cast anything through Cutzel. Cutzel's not granted ball strike, it's still activate Sissay.
You feel silly right
You
now.
can get Urtai, yeah, sure, whatever.
I know that does. That's fine.
I mean, yeah, I don't think it stops me at all, actually.
I think I'm just gonna pass.
He's coping, dude.
I'll pass.
Oh, what's up? He knows he loses to the Urtai. Might as well back it up now. Draw for turn. Guess that's not a bad one. Start with this. Spell Seeker.
Pass on spell.
Pass.
Cool.
Crop Rot?
Yep.
I'm gonna retire the Crop Rot.
Are you casting Crop Rod?
I will cast the Crop Rod.
Pass on Crop Rod.
Yeah, good.
What were you second? I'm guessing the Hedge Maze?
Yes.
Cool.
Golly. Sorry, good lousy. There it is. So, sacking. Guy's Cradle. Lotus Cobra and Spring Heart, and then 2 go triggers. Thank you.
What you making?
Do what?
What type of mana you making?
That's a good question. I think I'll make a blue.
Cool.
I will shock at this breeding pool. Lotus Cobra trigger and then 2 go trigger. 4 insects. You mind if I use one of your larger dice for this? I don't know how well the people at home can see.
What's
4 right now.
4.
So
you have blue floating. What are you using for Cobra?
So I got 2 blue now.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast a Thunder Trap Trainer.
Are you using bulk blue?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. Sounds good.
Good.
Good top 4.
Top 4, non-creature, non-land.
Can you read it one more time? Sorry.
Jolly, this is super tough.
No,
I kind of want to show just so we can talk about it for the stream. But I got Ancient Tomb, I got Flare Denial, Training Grounds, and this town ain't big enough. My gut says,
this town to bounce the Cuzzle.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I think
So
that
I can also reset my Spellseeker.
yeah, I think that the entire focal point is on Cutzel and finding ways to handle the board state.
Yeah, I would agree.
And bouncing your Spellseeker ain't too bad either.
I would think.
Because this can bounce Cutzel, you can bounce your Spellseeker, replay Spellseeker, go get the counterspell of your choice.
I would grab this town ain't big enough only because of the Cutzel.
Yeah.
If you didn't have Cutzel,
I think that's right.
I would say Trading Grounds, but because of the Cutzel,
because
we are, and he has a known voice in hand.
Aiden
also.
Yes, he is a known voice of victory.
So. Aiden clearly also has a way to.
Well, I think the deal I would probably, if we were playing more seriously at a tournament, was like, if I'm using that for interaction for someone else.
I mean, this still benefits you.
I would say
but I would still try to use it as an opportunity to talk about that.
Oh no, and you guys have already known my turn was holding up a piece of interaction. That's all I'm doing.
Okay.
Right now. So that's
I do think we just lose to you if it untaps. When you say don't lose on,
yes,
don't push on your win, or don't push on your win.
I don't. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 mana.
Mm-hmm.
I still think I'm short a creature. The problem is I can't do Emil lines without 4 creatures.
No, so
I'm still asking the same question.
So we'll talk after. Never mind. I'll tell you what.
I mean, I don't know if he gets Urtai on my turn, gets Emil. There's 4 creatures. Thoughts?
We'll talk about it after.
Well, I mean, are you willing to not push on your turn?
Sure, I won't win on my turn.
Okay, cool. I'll put this town being big enough.
If we stop Aiden.
Like, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, if I don't lose on the turn before, then I want to win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I'm assuming we can get the same deal out of you, Kevin.
You're not going to push on your turn?
We're all on agreement to stop Aiden here.
Yes, I would like.
If I waste the Urtai on you,
sure,
that does nothing for the table.
Sure.
I will not push either on this turn.
Okay.
My nice Ruberg order.
Thank you. I appreciate you and your service.
I think I tap this now for
5-star producer.
11.
Here.
I use one of it and tap my Delighted for Thrasios.
Yep.
Sorry, my board state is wild right now.
That's what happens.
Hey, I'm just saying, producer tokens. Hey,
that's what happens with Thrasios decks.
This town ain't big enough, targeting Spellseeker and Cutzel. Good.
Going down 2, yeah.
I tapped that.
Oh, the breeding.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Which I guess I can't redeploy.
No, you don't have blue.
That's why I was asking if you're using double blue for that.
No, you're smart. I'll activate Thrasios.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, if you get a land, then you can redeploy Spellseeker.
Yeah. Reveal, snap.
That's very good.
Seaborn Muse.
Oh, wait a minute.
Same team, guys. Same team.
Are you going to?
I will not push. I can't promise on my next turn. I will not push on this turn cycle. How about that? I feel like that's a reasonable deal.
I'm passing.
Yeah, Aiden, we need to talk here.
Sure. Because I think he can win on top of me.
100%.
So to be clear, the deal is
if I stop this, will you not go for win? Because I can counter this, but the problem is you just win.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a reasonable draw offer as well because there's 2 people queued up to win.
100%.
So, well, really 3, right? Like,
and I can counter this, and I doubt he has a stifle ability for Urtai. So
okay, so I can back up your counter.
If you probably don't even need
if
to
we're
back
cool
up
to draw.
Urtai, but so you're presenting a draw.
The problem is if this
Seaborn that honestly is probably the best position.
If this Seaborn resolves, there's no way you're winning.
I'm in 4th position.
He has how many creatures do you have right now?
11.
11 creatures. 12 with the Seaborn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. Yes.
Yeah, he's got 12 creatures. That is 3, 4,
He has
5,
He has four
five
Thrasios activations per turn cycle where
Yeah.
he doesn't present win, but he's accumulating
Yeah,
value.
and that, but and
If we didn't make the deal, he probably wins on my turn somehow.
100%. But the problem is we if we use our resources to stop Aiden,
Yes.
we just lose to Josh.
Correct. And if we use a resource to stop Josh, we lose to Aiden. I propose a
That's
draw.
why I'm
Yeah.
will not push on anyone. I won't go on top of anybody.
But you're winning on your next turn.
Sure.
So
The only way I will continue this game, if I counter the Seedborn Muse, you agree not to win on your turn.
I mean, I would say counter the Seedborn Muse. I'm like, I would say I'll make you do it. Because I'll still push, and
then we just let Josh win.
Sure, but then at least I still push.
Depends on how confident you are that you'll get through what I've got.
Muse.
I've got what I've got. It's either do it or don't.
Okay. Well, then my case for my Seaborn Muse would be he's obviously going to push.
Yes.
You would like me to untap and have options.
I would like to make it to my turn.
I am not. I will not push on your turn, or your turn.
No. My turn again.
That I can't promise. I'm going to fade 2 turns
here.
Can
you counter the Seedborn now?
No, but I can back it up 100%.
But then we just lose.
Yes, that's why I'm offering the draw. I'm in 4th position and the most far behind.
Well, as far as the draw goes, it seems like Aiden is not down.
Understood.
And so,
I mean, it would have to be I have a absolute 0% chance of being able to win.
I think
all 3 of us are going to 3v1.
Do you have a stifle ability?
I'm sitting with 2 silence effects in my
I understand.
I say you guys just make them have it.
Do you know what
make them have?
Do you know what Urtai does?
Yeah, it counters a card.
Yes, and I don't cast it.
I'm saying you can use it there if you want to, but I'll make you use it here.
No, because you're next in turn.
But then you just give Josh the win. That's the problem. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just take a draw?
Why wouldn't I try for my own win?
Because I'm showing you a way to stop you that you cannot fight through.
You're also showing a way to stop him.
I understand that. But if you're disagreeing to that, then I have to let the Seedborn resolve. Because we know you have
that sounds like a plan to me.
We know you have win in hand.
Okay. Like, why would I not?
Because you're going to lose to this.
So we won't talk too long about this. Aiden draw or not.
Sure. Whatever.
30.
Don't throw hands up. Whatever.
That's what I did. Whatever. We can decide on the draw or not.
So that's what I'm asking you.
Either we take it now or we don't take it.
I'm willing to take it.
I'm willing to take a draw.
Because I either counter the Seedborn Muse and you win because I know there's no way we're fighting you, or I let the Seedborn resolve and we definitely lose to the Seedborn Muse. Unless one of you has a removal spell for his end step.
As soon as the Seedborn was revealed, I don't think there's one person that's winning this game. It's Kingmaking at this point.
No, this will win.
So I understand, right? But that's if Aiden doesn't just win. But it's essentially a 3v1 until we get back to Josh's turn where he just wins.
The only other deal I'll make is I refuse to interact on Aiden's turn, and you deal with it.
I'm just playing
and if we lose, we lose. You're going to get 16 scrying draws.
That's fair.
I still think offering a draw is the most beneficial because if
where I'm at is I don't have interaction. Seaborn is my interaction,
and that makes me even.
And I know that's the classic the Consphinx is for the table type thing, but that is my interaction. You guys can counter this most definitely, but just it would be you guys against.
But we understand that if we get back to your turn, you're just going.
No, I'm not saying you're incorrect. Yeah. I'm just saying that's where I'm at.
No argument. Do you want to draw?
I'm saying I said take it or not. I said whatever. Take the draw or don't.
I'm down to draw.
I will draw.
I am if Aiden is down.
Sure. Cool.
Okay.
So
we all get a point.
Yes. I
had a Fluster Storm in hand that I couldn't cast because of Urtai.
So you knew the Spellseeker, but I had a Snap and Finale.
Yeah, we knew about these. So you could have won.
What did you cast on your turn?
I cast Thunder Trap, Thrasios.
Oh, you could have Mind Break trapped
Seaborn,
you could have probably just won.
This town ain't
or gone in to try to win.
Yeah.
Well, you could have talked to us that you had a counter for it.
I didn't care anymore.
For what? This town ain't big enough?
Is there a reason you didn't care?
Because you can both, if I'm I want to save that for my turn.
Yeah, but you still are in a commanding position where, because the problem with Mind Break traps, we have to each cast 3. One of us has to cast 3 spells for you to cast it.
Sure, but then
it's also he had so many treasures he could hard cast on his
True, but it doesn't hit the Urtai. So if he counters your Muse though, he's still in a commanding state. Even if he gets stopped,
but
he
probably gets the Urtai. Josh still wins even if I Mind Break trap it.
Not without the Seedborn, probably. I mean, he would be tapped out until the next
so
turn.
the thought process behind it was like it would take me out of
This
interacting
turn
a whole turn
rotation.
cycle.
And it would force me to use Urtai, and we'd all probably get another turn. And the Seaborn is exiled.
Well, we'd also made you agree to not push on your next turn.
I did, and I did make that agreement. Yeah, I made that agreement that I would not push on my next turn.
Now, that's also why I made that agreement and then was like Seaborn, but you know,
I
wanted to make sure I had another
turn
turn
myself, even if I mind break trap that. Because I push it, I get stopped, I get another turn, and then what? Like I draw land.
What can I see your hand again? I'm just curious.
I think you mind break and then play this, dude, and then play a silence effect. Play this. If they fight over a silence effect, who cares? Play your Smothering Tithe, and then you're pretty good for your next turn.
Yeah, honestly, I think you just keep pedal to the metal and just slam the Smothering Tithe.
How many guaranteed? Because you had Kinnan, right? Because I mean, do you have was Drevy? I wasn't paying attention.
So
Drevy
you had active win because you get Cradle.
I couldn't. I had 2 creatures. If I trust me, I did the math.
Yeah.
If I grabbed Cradle when I
No, next turn. I'm saying next turn.
100%.
That's what I'm saying.
I was going to win on Josh's upkeep.
That's
Promise on my turn. I didn't promise on
in chat.
No.
This turn, then spin Sissay at Josh's up.
100%. That's what I was going to do.
And I was aware of that too, but I was like, if I can untap, I have a chance to do stuff.
And I was just going to
because in my head I was like, well, I know at least I'm going to untap with the guys. I'm going to have a trillion.
Oh yeah, I was essentially on my turn. I was going to probably activate Sissay for Cradle, and then just untap everything with Derevi and pass to your turn, and then when you go to interact with my board is when I respond.
So
yeah, the only place I misplayed was I should have held up the blue.
I had active win next turn, but I just wasn't 100% confident in its success, which I knew was going to.
And again, the same thing happens.
Yeah,
like I have to waste my urge
like
to blow
so.
up your Hullbreaker.
I get Trophy Mage, I get Basalt, I show him mana, I get Hullbreaker Core. It can't be countered. I demonstrate a loop.
Well, then I count, but the Basalt just gets countered.
Yeah, but then I spin and then I pray like.
Before we go to this next game, actually,
honestly, the most annoying thing
are we playing a third game today?
Or are we doing
Are we doing third on stream?
I thought we were supposed to play until 10.
I mean, it's only 9:08.
Let's do
those
those
games.
Do you want to sit in the game and I'll sit back there?
I do want to know. There's a few things. So there was a question from chat of the decision behind Kodama versus Kodama Shima versus Kodama Thras.
Yeah,
like was there? Did we already talk about that? I don't remember.
No, we haven't.
I have things I could say about that, but
I think like
the playing it,
or not playing Kodama Sakashima because you're taking yourself off of like the best part of that commander, which is just abusing the ability for people to not interact with your board.
Sure.
The only benefit to this one is you do get Thrasios as an infinite mana outlet in the command zone, and then like what Josh did was something that Kodama Sakashima doesn't do, where it's like he literally had 12 creatures and a cradle, and it's like you have the ability to slam a Seedborn Muse.
My thought between the two is I think in a vacuum, Kodama Shima is better because it is just so explosive. I mean, the whole idea is like power out Kodama, next turn cast Sakashima, and then hopefully with that trigger you win.
Yeah.
Is the idea, but it's just like so fragile to like cast Sakashima and they're like bounce Kodama. You're like, oh shoot. And you keep hands completely based on how fast you can play Kodama.
I'd like to play my Rock Thrust.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You keep hands based on how fast you can get out Kodama. And so you're a little all in and you can really get blown out. With Thrasios, and Shane kind of already said it, of like, I don't think anyone's going to complain to have Thrasios in the command zone in any context. Snake Eyes there. And so I think it's just like
for Ryan.
The mid range is
5 to be
pretty nice. There's a lot of raw Thras lists that weren't on a ton of red anyways.
All right, Ryan, your first was 5. I give you first seat, right?
Holy moly!
So it's funny. So you brought up Rog just now. It's really, I'm trying to figure out what this word is because it got censored. It's just star CK. And thank you.
What was the question?
No, if you're going the, he said, but then why not play Rog instead if you're going the something CK?
Or it's Yeah, it's probably Carl.
All right.
I mean, I
Ryan,
imagine.
you want to just do a 5-minute break this time?
Yeah,
Let's-
you
Keep
can.
it consistent.
Do you mind if we answer
Yeah,
questions?
100%. 100%.
So I think like repeat what was the last thing I asked?
Why not play ROG instead?
Why not play ROG? I think
If only you had Grand Abolsher. That would have been the only one I
Shane,
could.
you're
Hold on,
killing me
Shane,
here.
let him answer.
Go, let's do a week about
Yeah,
it.
Third time. All right.
All right, go. You got
I think the reasoning would be I think ROG is better, frankly. But I think the general idea is like maybe Kodama could like be bigger in the end game and like really start to like there at the end. If I had, that's what I was really trying to do was like if I can get Kodama out and then start slamming other things. And the second thing, the thing that comes in after is free and hard to interact with. That's pretty nice as well. But by no means am I like, this is the new Rock Thras and Rock Thras is dead. Like, no, I just think it's like an interesting flavor of the same type of strategy.
Okay.
That's really it. It's not super complicated. I think Kodama is a really, really cool card. And so that probably what pulled me towards trying this out over ROG.
Gotcha. I figured out what the Stars to Star CK was Cradle.deck is what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And did not get that across.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for answering that. That was kind of the big question. There was some really funny banter with so I think you'll enjoy this, but we had this turn spins on Josh's upkeep, but then here it goes when you playing your Seaborn. Then don't worry, the Seaborn's just value. And then when Shane's like, yeah, absolutely, it is upkeep, you then have in all caps called it.
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome. So yeah, we're gonna take just a few. What time is it right now?
9:16.
Like 4 minutes, I think. Start at 9:20 and have just one more, hopefully, quick game. I don't actually know how well. I think yeah, you guys can hear me decently well. But yeah, we'll be back in just a few.
Yeah.
In 4 minutes. So we'll see you soon. Mute. So
And Ryan, do I just go to this Twitch right here?
I can't because I have
my
text.
click that one.
This one?
Yeah, now you go chat.
You can do it. Yes.
What is?
Sorry.
Is this other chat's
No, it's
YouTube?
fine.
Okay.
Yep. So we've not taken hands yet, so we're gonna do that real
I
quick.
just took mine. And I want to take you.
Okay, so in this one, Ryan is sitting in for Shane on this game, and he's going to play Rockgrass. Everyone else is playing the same decks, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Cool.
Nope.
Are you switching decks?
No.
Just Thras.
So we are giving Kinnan a triple Thrasios pod. Salivating at the mouth is Kinnan.
But it's the worst one.
Have we rolled for? So Ryan is
That's funny.
first seat. Josh is second. Gavin is third. Aiden is fourth.
Second is the best. Golly. Bella, why'd he do
Not
that?
made it like that hard.
Why'd he slam it?
What a grip.
Wait. All right.
All right, I'm going
So
to
I guess let's fill some dead air, guys. You went to Fan Expo, Aiden. How was that?
Yeah, dude, it was sick.
What is Fan Expo?
So it's just like
We have a quick message before the game starts from our other member, Temujin.
Yep.
I'm judging you, Ryan. Is all he said.
Oh,
I'm gonna lose. Please.
so it's like
aren't you win?
it used to be Comic-Con, but then they found out that name was copyrighted, so they had to change the name to Fan Expo.
And it's like just like a local convention.
Well, it
Expo.
it goes all over. Like, so the only like Comic-Con now is San Diego, but and then
Six.
Fan Expo is the one that's in every other city.
Got it.
Oh,
Because
interesting.
they
I didn't know that was.
copyrighted the name Comic-Con.
Okay.
So then when they were like, okay, Denver Comic-Con, they were like, no, you can't do that anymore.
Gotcha.
So it became Fan Expo.
That's
Gotcha,
the
that
group
makes
that
sense.
ran the San Diego one.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we have that copyrighted. It's technically a business.
Gavin aggressively mulligans for copy spell.
Gavin
so yeah, how
is
was
not
that
thinking
then?
that
Yeah.
far ahead.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's
I just
crazy.
don't actually know.
We have a lot more faith in Gavin. You guys do than we do.
My blue farm brain only thinks of one thing: fish. Find the fish.
Gavin is still trying to find an underworld breach in Kinnan.
Yeah, it was good.
True.
It was like
Hey,
it's kind of
I can breach.
It's
Because you
kind
got
of
this mat too,
We
right?
still have
yeah.
30
So I got
seconds,
this
guys.
mat. That was cool.
It'll add. We'll keep. We'll
It's
hear us after the ad.
Yeah, we have 20 seconds is awesome.
It's Yu Yu Hakusho, and the voice actor for Yusuke was there,
That's so sick.
and so I waited in line for about 10 minutes, and yeah, we talked for probably like 45 minutes.
Really?
The voice actor.
That's awesome.
And he signed it.
You
And
guys
I
best
was
friends
like,
now?
Pretty much, yeah. I was like, oh, I'm never using another playmat ever again.
Well, this is the only stream you're allowed to use it. Then we're back to the D&J. So.
Yeah, but it was cool. So I mean, like, I waited in lines a lot because I bought a bunch of like art and stuff last year when I went, and I was like, this year I'm just getting autographs. So I was in line like 95% of the time I was there, probably.
I don't know what it's. That's my expectation. That's what I think Comic Con is just like
Waiting in lines.
waiting in line. And like, not that you don't see like really cool stuff, but
Yeah.
it feels like it's not a lot of like when I go to like a Magic convention or something like that, it's a lot of like browsing artists,
Yeah, there's
tents, and like all the vendors and all
There's
that
a
kind of
lot of
stuff.
that. That's like I would say 90% of the convention hall is filled up with like art and stuff. But I was like, my walls are full, and so I got like most of the Straw Hat crew, like autographed pop figures.
That's awesome.
I met the Superman voice actor from the Justice League,
Nice.
like animated series. Obviously Yusuke. I met the entire Avatar: The Last
I'm
Airbender
interested to see how this works for you.
voice acting cast.
Some people play that in the
that was there. It was like Zuko, Toph, Uncle Iroh,
Oh, that's
and Katara.
That's awesome.
And then I did Master Chief and Cortana.
Did them both?
Mhm.
Dang.
Leon Kennedy, not Matt Mercer, just the one from the Resident Evil 4 like remake.
Down here.
Oh, Matt Mercer, I know him.
Your
5.
Right, he's
on
cool.
five.
He wasn't there, but
Oh,
it was the one from the. I said because he did the other Leon Kennedys, and then in the remake, the final or Resident Evil 4 remake, it's like Nick. I don't know how to
You
say
met
his
him.
last name. Yeah, it was cool. It's fun. It's really exhausting though. It is like
I feel like you're just
This
on
ain't
your
good.
feet all day.
yeah.
So good
You're
to be able
walking
to, like,
around
look at hands and
just
be like,
because like it
just Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, buddy.
If there
We'll
is
keep
like a
these
seating
guys.
area and you're not like the
Computer and
first
keep
people
on it,
there,
oh,
it's
this is
probably
just a
going to be
win,
full most
and I
of the
don't have
day.
to have 7
Just
things
because
on the
people
board
are
to
like
do it.
waiting in
Usually.
line to sit in
And then
there.
also just be like,
It's
oh,
also
I don't have to do that.
super
I can
hot.
still just use this.
Like,
Yeah, because all a bunch of women, or
no, like everybody. like no matter.
oh, everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm good to go whenever.
No matter like how hard the AC is blasting, it's still hot.
Everyone
Cool.
keeping.
Yes.
Any pre-game.
Pre-game
Let's get this
anyone?
going here, guys.
I do not.
All right, let's do it.
Good luck.
Ryan's
Yeah,
taking
that
it
was
off.
pretty much all I had to say.
Good luck, everybody.
Except for cosplaying. Cosplaying is fun. I like to
Misty Rainforest. I'm gonna fetch for. God, I'm gonna forget the name of the dual.
Which
Tropical
one?
Island. Soul Ring.
Triggerfish.
Yeah. Float.
Okay. Okay.
We'll go Spring Heart Drum Float Eaten Colorless.
Cool.
Spring Heart.
Spring Leaf Drums. Shut up. Spring Heart Name 2 goes nuts.
This guy really is new to this deck.
Yeah, dude. Tap for 2 for a Spell Skite.
Disgusting.
Pretty good.
I'm gonna go get my land and I will pass the turn back.
I think it's only fair you fail to find. Well, that makes me feel better about what I was going to do with the turn. So I'm going to start off with a Chromox. Probably controversially pitching the Spellseeker. Snow-covered forest, tap 2, Wall of Roots.
Sick.
Activate Wall of Roots, Green Suns for 0.
Sure.
Get my Dry Arbor, go ahead.
Tropical Island, Finhorn Elves. Very modest. Pass the turn. Make sure you shuffle in your green sun.
Yep, you're right.
Polluted Delta,
Do you want to use this for
find Tropical Island, play a Mana Vault, pass.
Trying to make sure I catch this. This is not the printing of Giant Arbor I have, so I think I
it's
passed
the
it.
Keep
Mystery Booster one.
Yeah, it's cool.
Cast Thrasios, and I refuse to say that stupid phrase. I will.
I
pass
hate
the
that
turn.
too. Golly.
It
The
does-
Thrasios and Jor.
Gracios Pasios.
Yeah, you pissed us all off, Gavin.
Cool. I already do that.
Or like
Would you like to cut?
Dog Thras.
JV
like,
over
you're a
here.
Bad player for a reason.
So I'm gonna untap and draw. Ottawara. Let's see here. Do 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 mana. You say?
I do say that.
Do you?
Game action though?
So unfortunate. Just gonna do that. Cast that. I think I'm just gonna get this online first.
First round.
One ring.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Pass one ring.
I'll go ahead and pass.
Yeah, I didn't pass priority.
Cool.
Your voice gets so deep.
Dude, I'm
Me too.
impressed with his deep, deep voice.
Oh,
Into-
Mystic?
Yep.
It's actually my dream to be a voice actor. I can really figure it out.
Heuristic Study.
Yeah, I didn't
Oof.
pass priority.
It's
all
on
you,
you, so.
Pass priority.
Yeah, you're good.
Untap, draw.
He's
On
game.
card. Do I want to just play this? Yeah, I'll do it. Rev.
Heuristic.
Dang.
Paying for it.
Okay.
Ooh, you feel like an idiot now.
I mean,
You were like
Yeah.
Ristic, and he was like, "Pay."
use the mana. I don't know.
Untap. Keep.
That's what Josh just improved in the comments.
Why? What is that?
Bro took 5 minutes to count the 4 mana and play the ring.
That's. I had choices. I had choices.
It's alright.
Okay. Shay messed up, so he says we're fine.
We're fine.
Everything's fine.
That's
The stream's down. The stream
I
exploded.
didn't know Josh was such a fan of Gold Saber Tooth.
First off, who said that? That was Christian.
That's random, I think.
Yeah. That's really funny, actually.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'll pass the turn.
Dude, I thought that was a real cat. You should be a voice actor.
Hey.
Oh, I'm gonna draw a card on your step. Golly, I almost forgot that.
Yeah, spends 5 minutes.
Cheeky.
That's crit. That's wondering.
It
Forget.
was funny when chat said it.
You know what? You're right.
Fine, you
I'm
never
gonna
let
draw
that-
for turn.
Did you lose your life? She can't do.
Guys, quit picking on me.
You're not
I'm gonna draw 2 cards. That's 3.
Jeez, 3?
Dude, I'm going crazy over here. Let's see here.
Owie.
Wooded Foothills. Gracias.
Pay it.
You don't have to pay it.
Pay it.
No one asked you.
I don't swing at you with red this turn.
I am not going to pay. I have things to do.
All right.
Unfortunately.
Guess we know what's happening.
Yeah, that's fine. Pay 1 life, get a trop. Tempt with Discovery, fellas.
Okay, I'll get a land.
This is the blue-green version of Rock Thras. I don't think this is advised for Mystic Trigger.
Yeah, you're fine. I can't pay. I don't have the mana. While you guys are chatting,
I'm fully planning on getting a land, so.
Can we not?
No.
Why?
I need it.
He's.
Well, Mr. Rosie, do you have a counterspell for it then?
I do not.
If you guys want to use counters, I'm so down.
I'm cool with him getting Cradle, but after that, he starts getting out of hand.
Cool. Tempt on the stack. Priority.
Pass him.
Priority.
Crop Rot in response.
That's sick.
Yeah, good. Crop Rot in the stack.
Nothing.
Good, Gavin?
Yeah.
Sketch.
Is it safe to assume this resolves?
Yeah.
Or do we have to wait?
Yeah, I'll let it happen.
Okay.
I'm not choosing.
I mean, I want to get a land.
Up to you.
You.
We've talked about it. Are you getting a land or not?
Gavin,
It's
are you getting-
ill-advised. I'm not getting.
Well, your ill-advision is noted.
They're tapped or untapped.
Well, so we do go on
That's-
resolution. So you search. I assume you're grabbing Cradle, right? Because it
yeah.
does resolve.
Yeah, I put it onto the battlefield.
Okay, so Cradle.
If we want to just get completely buried, I think this is
Up
getting
to
a
you,
land will
man.
just get us buried. He obviously wants it, right? But like,
Yeah, sure.
obviously.
But
It's up to you. I obviously don't know what you have in your hands, so
I mean, I'll do whatever everybody else does because it's either he
I'm
has
not
a Cradle
getting
and I have a Cradle. So
I think we should talk about it because the decision happens in turn order. But I'm not getting it. I think not getting it is the best for the table.
sure, I won't get one.
yeah, well, you can shuffle them.
If you went and got one, I was like, all right.
Well, it goes in turn order, so that's why I was like, I could be a piece of garbage.
he
Now
could
that
he
both
could have
said
got
no,
you right there.
And like, okay, now we're good.
Yeah,
so
let's just
no
say
one
we
no
would've got
one's
Correct.
No,
no one's falling into temptation.
Nope.
actually,
Okay.
well, I won't.
Actually, I'll allow that.
It's like addiction. You can never truly get over it.
Getting Cradle?
Yep. Um.
Timer 0.
Then I will. Guts. Tap for 3. Earthcraft. Pay for Ristic.
Cool.
And I'll pass on that.
And upkeep, draw. Play Guy's Cradle's land return.
See, now I'm the only one without a cradle.
Get pranked, I guess.
I drew it.
I'm using our end for the stream.
It's
You
already-
already used it.
I'm saying it anyway.
I think Shane used it right off the bat.
We should just say it at first word on the stream every time.
No, did we say let it grip before this game?
We didn't.
Gosh.
All right, everybody.
Wait, no,
Alright.
I did in response to the joke of that's what she said, and I said, let it drip.
That's fair. It was sad,
Grip
yes.
person to your left.
Okay.
I can't reach Gavin.
Good, well, Shane's
I'm here. We can all.
It seemed like you wanted me specifically.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's why I said left, not
Yeah.
right.
Kinnan?
Counterspell. Good. Yeah,
Yep.
that's fine.
1, 2, floating a green. Assault.
Please take your life. Please take your life, sir.
Yeah, cool. I'll actually pass priority there.
Yeah, I'll activate.
Floating a
Floating
green.
a color.
Okay, sure.
Floating a green.
I was gonna say, whoa,
You're
why?
sorry. I'm dumb. Okay, chill.
First time playing Rock.
Do you have an activation after this? So I guess you got a grip full of cards. So
I have a green floating.
Assault on the stack.
I'm gonna leave that on top. Reveal Chain of Vapor.
okay.
Wow.
Get him.
Now do what you have to do.
Tap for a blue. Use the green to pay Chain of Vapor targeting Kinnan.
He
He
paid.
paid it.
Paid.
Sure.
Nice.
So to continue the chain.
No. Assault.
I'm good with assault.
Yep, resolves.
Using the green.
Row.
He's gonna tank on a one ring, guys.
No.
I hear that's only smart players do that. Oh, sweet little kitty. Hey, kitty.
This is a predicament.
That is the boon about streaming at your houses. All these little animals run around.
Floating. Well, using the green. Play Spring Control.
Okay.
Yes, you will, won't you?
Floating.
Why'd you say what? Like we said something.
Floating 3. Play. No. Should not be greedy here. And pass turn.
Untap. Draw. Sugar tutor for the land. Go to combat. Swing Rev at Gavin. Give it death touch too.
Show us. Ooh.
I make a bet. Reg.
Sucks. Good thing you paid for it.
I'm doing my part.
I'm losing.
Survival.
I'm definitely losing.
I know, that was the best thing for me, friend.
Go
That's
ahead,
right.
pal. Good on survival.
Sounds good.
Sack the treasure. Discard Death Right Shaman.
Restrict.
Do you want to do this now, or do you want to do this later? You can do that.
Sure.
You tapped out,
So
so
keep the treasure.
sure.
Yeah.
Pass the turn.
See the charge for one I jam right here. Draw for turn. Damn.
It's right. You didn't fight over that assault or the fight over the chain.
He doesn't have it.
I just sent it. If you want my honest
Oh
opinion.
wow, yeah, I love that.
Well,
for
because
you.
like he.
I mean, it was the faster you slipped that stop
Yeah.
it. So
I was like, I'm pretty confident no one has anything, so I'm just going to
How do you know I don't have it?
cheese the win because
I think Aiden for sure has something. I think he passed to make him activate.
that's wild.
I think he did have something.
Good.
Yeah, do you guys have anything for when this is gonna inevitably
Yes.
turn?
We'll see. I'm gonna have 3 draws with the one ring. Unless you do
don't
something
think
that
it
stops
works.
me.
You get 3. Oh, it's on 2.
Yeah, it's on 2 right now.
Like the glare.
Can you mind if I switch for the bigger dice? I need to start using the casino dice. Just
Worth every penny.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Instead. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Where'd you get this?
That's me.
Oh, that's you. Okay.
That for 3 Spellseeker.
Restrict.
Yeah.
Seeker.
Yeah.
Aiden
Okay,
agrees.
sorry, buddy. Is that good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Anyways, who in chat is excited for Superman this week?
We're actually pretty excited.
I am too. I've been waiting for this movie for years.
I know. I want DC to have movies that are good.
DC has always been better than Marvel. Not in movies.
That's
just in.
I hard agree. I love DC.
Just that
I'm biased.
Their movies have been a little.
Well, Zack Snyder is bad at his job.
Their movies have been rough. That's the only thing I'll say.
I'm so mad.
Whoever did Flash is bad at their job.
Zack Snyder
They just
invented
need to
metaphors.
hire the Marvel movie
And
creators,
symbolism.
like directors, and they'll
Well,
have
that's what they got James Gunn.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That he's doing.
He's
the
overseeing. I think
Gotcha.
he's overseeing all of DC's
all DC
stuff. Right?
projects moving forward.
Is this his first one that he was like
Mhm.
the
He
one on it?
wrote it and directed it.
Because didn't he have like some involvement in the Flash movie,
No, he
Okay.
had involvement in the second Suicide Squad,
which was really good?
and then he did
I thought.
Peacemaker.
It also was pretty
John
successful.
Cena.
I didn't watch that one. That is the actor.
Yeah, and now
Oh yeah.
and now Superman, which the embargo got lifted today, so like they can talk, like early reviews can come out.
Oh really?
And it was reviewed actually like pretty highly. So
I'm compared to card draw
Live your
tutor
life.
and win. Yeah.
wait a minute.
What? I'm not casting it. I'm passing the turn.
Passing the turn?
Yep.
Cool. No, I got nothing.
So my Rog is tapped to cast this.
Don't want much
I'm gonna move this Spell Seeker over here. Untap, take my damage, I guess. Draw for turn. I like to draw 3 cards. Good.
Yeah.
Any effects?
Nope. Flash in Orcish. Ping both elves. Draw.
Good point.
Get him.
Tap my forest to play this Magus of the Candelabra.
Richard.
Trying to think here. That's fine. Let's see here. The cat cracks me up. Since I have Earthcraft, I'm just gonna tap for a green. Make a green, tap for a green.
Yeah, 3 green.
3 green, 4 green, 5 green.
Seed 1.
Shia.
Ristic.
You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Shia on the stack.
Pass on a shot.
Everyone good to pass on?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Here comes the Kodama combo.
I will tap for green. Use a blue. Over Grease Caller.
So this is just win.
Yeah, good game. I'll pass priority.
You don't have anything? I thought for
No,
sure
I
you
do.
had something.
Yeah.
Bro.
You've got to have something, right?
Uh,
So it's priorities on you. You can lead the discussions.
Yeah, I won't interact unless Gavin has. Or you show me your hand. Show me that you don't.
that's crazy.
I mean, you've got win on your turn, so you're gonna have to kind of really persuade.
Yeah, that's the whole
Something.
reason I'm pushing here is because you got win.
How many spells have you cast?
He's cast 3. My break's live.
Cool.
He's real excited about that. Priorities on you, Gavin.
I'm aware.
Okay.
You have mind breaking in? I think
I
that
have misdirection under Rev. So
um
I mean, I won't count unless you take a draw.
Yeah. If we stop this and take a draw, make it quick and easy.
Dun dun dun.
If
I'll pact it.
All right. Okay.
Pax.
if priority gets to me and we don't agree to take a draw, I'm not.
If this doesn't land, I will be down to take a draw. I'm gonna force back pitching Cyclonic Rift.
Ristic.
There's a good question. I have 5 creatures right now. I will pay for it floating 4 green.
I think this is where you use a misdirection. I have no more counterspells on you.
I mean,
Same thing. I don't think we do
I have
anything.
the mind
unless we
break trap
for
and the
draw.
misdirection. So I will
We'll just lose.
That's we lose either way.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm saying I don't think we interact unless you agree. If we stop this predicting a draw,
I mean, we're just going to lose to Josh. And
well then we lose to Josh. It's either we are losing no matter what, so we can't stop you. This is the whole situation.
Uh-huh.
Either
I think because you have win, you
Yeah.
have to exhaust all the cards.
then,
They're not going to cast
I'm
anything.
not
else.
clicking on my next turn.
no, I'm taking a draw or otherwise. This
I'm taking a draw or not.
because even if I stop this now,
Mhm.
we still you don't play Kinnan on your turn. I get to look at one more card. One of you two is still winning, and Aiden also still has survival. He's also winning probably on his turn. Like I'm saying, I don't no interaction unless we're taking a draw.
Which makes sense for
Not
Ryan's
bad.
position. I think the person least likely to win this.
I've got a force.
Sure.
Yeah, the
Like
audience
you're not
must-
winning.
The audience
gonna
must
win, actually.
love the draws.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, I think it's smart, like outside the game, talking about the game.
Yeah.
I think it's smart to push draws there.
Yeah.
Especially in Ryan's position. I think.
Yeah.
Like
And like we talked over the break, like with just us, of like draws always do feel bad, but in a tournament setting, like you want that point if you're for sure not going to get a point. I think it's
Yeah.
pretty safe to say
like
Ryan is not going to win
not-
this
I mean,
game.
if you're just going to let Josh win, then I'll take the draw, right? 'Cause
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's either
But,
Josh wins or
like,
we draw.
That's what I'm saying. I have the mind break trap.
If we can
I
make an
fold.
agreement where I don't
No,
cast,
it's draw or Josh wins.
I mean, obviously you're going to say that because you're in forced position.
Well,
so-
it sounds like it's on you, Gavin. So let's make a decision.
Well, he has no more counter spells, I think.
Sure, we draw.
I mean, I'll draw if this doesn't resolve.
Do you
Like I
agree to
said,
that? Draw.
I mean, I can show you 2 counters.
sure.
Yes, misdirection, mind break trap.
Yeah.
I still have activation,
Yeah,
all that stuff.
I think we
so.
may play it out, but now that you've agreed to that, yeah.
If this board gets countered, we draw.
Sure,
Okay.
I will
Okay.
misdirection.
Pitching,
Biomancer is familiar.
Ristic.
Go ahead and draw.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Misdirect the force of will to the what?
Aurora.
No, I figured. I was just asking.
Well, misdirection targeting forcible. You don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have
worry
to declare
about
targets until it
forcibles.
resolves.
Okay. Well, relax, guys. Golly.
Okay, you know what? My break trap. Only the misdirection. Josh, go off.
Let's see.
Don't worry. We can build the stack on my board where there's not as much going.
That's true. So there's a Obro.
Pact, force, misdirection.
Yeah.
Targeting force. Target
I
on.
was really sad when I drew the force after all this stuff, but now I'm glad I did.
I think that will spin Thrasios.
The misdirection is the final piece I use. If we don't agree to take the draw, I have to misdirection.
Yeah.
Target.
Reveal a flare of denial.
Pact.
Well, I'm saying like I will. Then I'll make the same thing of either
Oh, okay.
you
only
use the
two
other piece
creatures
and agree to a draw.
Thrasios.
Or
Well, he drew
That's
another
fine.
count.
Yeah.
I'll sack Thrasios. And flare denial the
Ristic.
misdirection, I guess. Yeah, you're good.
Targeting.
Countering the misdirection.
Already on Gavin.
Pass. You should mind break.
Like I'm not using my piece unless we can stop this and agree to a draw.
I mean, I'd rather use the pact as the last thing because it doesn't seem like we're getting
What
either.
pact?
Or the mind break trap.
Agreed. Okay.
I'd rather let you use your thing, and I will agree to use the mind break trap. when you use yours.
4 creatures attempt to spin my Thrasios.
Sure.
Bottom of the cow.
I'm really hoping you don't have a blue card and you've been blustering. That'd be really funny.
LED. Let's force pitch Fluster.
Ristic.
Go for it. We'll target that one. We'll go to
Back to.
I think just double row. Just keep putting it on for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys. We got the draw because I have a Fluster Storm.
And then MBT. We draw.
I decline. No, I have. So
So mind break targets.
you
I want
agreed to
Fluster.
the draw.
If a Boro resolves. Or if a Boro gets countered.
Okay, then I won't use the mind break trap. Take the draw, or I don't use it.
That's what we're doing,
Like-
right?
If are you gonna snake on this if we stop this? This is what it sounds like you're doing right now. So
The agreement was if a Boro gets.
Yeah, okay,
I would
fine.
agree to a draw if this gets counted.
Cool, pass
Yeah.
priority.
Well, hold on. Gavin has priority.
It was on me. I cast the trap.
Yeah, and it resets priority to Josh, and then Josh is passing on trap, so it's going to Gavin.
Or I mean,
Well,
I guess
so-
I haven't.
So then now you guys need to have your
Trap.
conversation.
yeah.
You need
So
to have your
yeah.
conversation.
Before this trap, like, are you backing out now? Of
No, I'm not. The agreement was if a Boro.
So are you gonna?
It did sound.
It sounds like you're trying to back out, and that's why. I'm,
it sounded a little bit.
Then yeah, the trap's I think fine.
Okay.
Like, are you gonna interact with this trap, or are you gonna? Try?
I'll be. I mean, I'll be upfront. I won't have anything for the trap.
Okay, sure, we draw.
So use the trap and then draw.
Everyone's agreeing
Yes.
to a draw.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I don't have anything
Everybody
else.
draws.
God, I had the misstep in hand. I was just hoping that someone had like a swan song or something like that.
Commandeer.
You had a bunch of stuff. Okay,
No,
commandeer.
I
I
had
think there's a
commandeer.
world in where I
And
don't.
I'm like, if this was like,
Well, I don't use
I
my force
think
unless
that's
you
fair.
take the
The
unless I
only-
make you take the draw.
The only thing that
And I would get
happen
you
there
because instead of his
is-
force, it would be your mind break, and then I had the fluster for
Yeah.
that.
if a Boro resolves, Josh can't win this turn.
I understand. That's why I was trying to make the agreement in tournament, right? Is my agreement, verbal agreement, was if
Draw.
a Boro gets countered,
Which, in fairness, I would have just won on his.
or if a
upkeep.
Boro,
Did you have a seed more?
No, because Waller Roots would be live again.
To make 1 mana?
yeah, but how
And
do
then
you?
tap my lands.
Oh, you had enough.
all
for
my stuff
two.
is.
You had it. I didn't. You have a drop. You had a drop.
I had
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had a way to
a bunch of
respond.
stuff would have happened. Yes,
I had a way to respond.
Sure. That was my only out. That's why I went
Yeah.
to.
The agreement was if a Boro gets countered, we draw.
Is that our
If I
last
prevent,
We're good. We're good
Yeah, I
for a
think
draw.
that's the last one.
Any comments on that game
Um,
from the table?
We
Let's
should
start.
show.
Let's start one at a time. Josh.
I think for me, it was felt like a better showing from the deck than the last game. Feel like I was able to do the cradle dot deck thing where you just dump out a bunch of creatures, dump out a bunch of mana, and then just figure it out from there. Which is kind of the plan. It really sucked pitching the spell seeker to the Chrome Mox, but I did not have another blue source, and I couldn't trust that I would only have green sources for the rest. So that was probably my biggest decision point. Of course, I tanked on the One Ring, which was kind of funny, but yeah, that was fun. Playing all that out, and it sucks that I didn't get there, but you can't always get there when you're 3v1, and they're all talking about draws. So it'd be what it be, but I feel like it was still right of me to push there. I didn't have, or I knew I wasn't going to get another turn one way or another. Either I was losing to Gavin, or I was losing to Aiden. And I think in normal positions, if I had a way to get to Seedborn, I probably would have done that and just played for a longer game instead of pushing. But just I had Obro and a bunch of interaction, so I was like, Obro, Ashaya, and a bunch of interaction. So I was like, I'm pushing, and we're gonna see what happens.
Absolutely.
And like as much as I'd like to win, a draw is not horrible either. As much as it stinks to say, I guess.
Yeah.
Gavin, comments on that game. You pushed an early win.
Yeah. Then I got stopped. And then
What was did you have a follow-up? Nobody saw.
yes, I had Nyx Bloom Ancient, so if I didn't cast Kinnan, I'd resolve Nyx Bloom and go infinite, play Mirage Mirror.
You had a Mirage Mirror in hand.
Yes.
Okay, so you would have won if the Assault resolved and the Mirage Mirror.
That was why I was pitching the deal of not playing Kinnan.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Aiden, any comments?
No, I think I'm perfect. I did that well.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I didn't really get to do much, so it was just kind of like Gavin jammed, it got stopped, and then Josh was jamming, and I was like, well, I've got the pieces to politic the draw, so I might as well.
Yeah.
Like, I had survival on board and Tainted Pact in hand, so my plan was survival, pitch the Deathrite Shaman, get Thassa's, and jam.
Gotcha.
But I was like, well, I know Gavin has it too, so I don't think there's a world where I see another turn.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, and I say this as a guy who's very jam happy, or I may like a recovering jam every single time I look at the cards. I still think like so with survival when you're activating Death Run on your turn, you said you're going to get Thassa's.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's no reason to not do that on Instep because you do just show us all that you're getting Thassa's.
Well, yeah,
and that does change the nature of our discussion. In a lot of different ways. I don't think I do anything different because Gavin is
I think it's
already
still
showing
in draw.
Yeah, I think it still ends in draw
even harder.
But yeah,
Ryan, this is like your 6th or 7th game with Rock Thras. Less than that. How do you feel about the deck? Any thoughts on the game?
I really like the deck. I think my biggest struggle right now is opening hands, and I think there's a lot of hands that probably get there in ways that I don't see.
Sure.
And so I felt decent. I mean, this was a mold of 5, and it was Thrasios turn 2, and then I've got the Crop Rot. The opening hand was just mana and Crop Rot, and I'm like, if I know anything about this deck, that gives activate Thrasios. So sure, it's not great. And then the tempt is funny. It was very tempting, but the only reason I chose not to ultimately was
I think you guys just lose quicker.
Was because he had the One Ring.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because if he grabs Manama, he either gets mana or draw.
Yeah.
And so,
did I have the One Ring at that point?
Yeah.
Yes,
I did.
One Ring was
You're right.
And so that
Are
was.
we posting like nightly points, or do we not care about?
No, not really. We can start. That's a neat idea.
It's up to you. Is that something you guys want to do?
I think we'll discuss it.
I don't know.
In the future.
Yeah.
I would love to do that, like maybe a running score of like all
We
the
don't have to do a
games.
running score, but maybe just like as a recap at the end of the night.
Yeah.
For just who got what, and we don't have to keep a running score now. We can maybe do it later on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I thought the hand was a decent 5. I was really hoping. The unfortunate was that my draws were. It was turn 1. I drew the what is it? The tutor that I played, the Spellseeker. I was like, okay, that's not bad actually. Turn 2, I drew Underworld Breach, and I was like, okay, well maybe we can get somewhere at some point. But then at that point, I was already feeling behind, and then
You were so far behind. It felt like.
Yeah, and so then it was like it was unfortunate seeing like Spellseeker, Underworld Breach, and not being able to like even feel like I was anywhere remote to doing anything. And then the icing on the cake, the salt in the wound was the LED being my final flip when digging. I'm like, well, I hate this game so very much. But no, I think the deck's fun. I really enjoy it. It's just, I think, honestly, a biggest part is a skill issue, and the fact that I think I took probably mold hands potentially I shouldn't have, but I don't know.
Sure.
And still being able to turn it into a point just by, I guess, having what little good stuff at the right time.
It did feel unreasonable to keep that 5.
Yeah. But I think potentially, the thing is, I don't know the deck well enough to know if like the 6 or the 7 was better.
Sure.
I don't think it was. I'm going to be completely honest. But yeah.
Any last words for our 9 viewers?
I think the last thing I'll say is I think it was a good like political showing tonight.
Yeah.
Like we said before, I think it stinks like drawing in general. But I think everyone who pushed for draws pushed at the right time. It made sense for them to like vocally push for draws. Like I think Ryan was a great example of like. I feel like you really spearheaded that on that last game of just like, and it sucks for me because I'm like, I really hope this resolves and I win. But and I'm sure Gavin was feeling the same thing of like not really not going for the draw because it sucks when you're like, oh, I just got it 17 different ways.
I will say, if this was in a tournament for money, I would have commandeered to let that board resolve.
No, 100%. Yeah, and I think, but see, that was I had literally no other out. So I'm like.
No, but that's what I'm saying is, if the Mindbreak Trap gets put on the stack, I commandeer it, and then I let this Abora resolve, my pack gets fizzled, and then I proceed to win because I still held up my end of the deal. It's like,
Yes, it would have just had to have been on top of Josh's.
Well, I had a Hullbreaker Horror, I had a bunch of ways to interact.
I just would have never used it. If you're like, oh, I would have commandeered the Mindbreak Trap.
Yeah, but you didn't know that.
I would have been like, you have to take the draw right now, or I'm not using it.
And that's also the other difference is like, I think in a draw, in tournaments, there's a lot more. We're drawing right now. Mm-hmm. And I think in the argument of, because Aiden could have at the same time backed out at any point. And it resolved, like, because he had his win. And I think, like, especially for me in that position, I go, I'm not using any counterspell unless we agree to the draw. I'm never actually casting it.
I think the Obero landing was me saying that. In fairness, that wasn't them saying that. Because I was like, well, I'm not going to agree to a draw if I think there's a chance it's going to resolve and I win.
And you're looking at interaction in your hand.
Yeah.
So you think you might get there still.
So, like, that's what I'm saying is, like, I drew the Commandeer into that counterfight, but the wording I've said still kept me within that.
No, 100%. And I think, though, like, in more serious tournaments, I'm never casting the Force of Will. I'm saying we either draw or he wins, and I'm never actually putting it on the stack.
And I think that's fair, too.
I was doing with the Mindbreak Trap. Like, we take it now.
Yeah, and that could have been a conversation. Like, if the three of you were like, okay, we have these pieces of interaction, Josh is like, you know what, I can't beat all that. Like, I'm down to draw.
Yeah.
I think, and again, like, we're talking, like, it's tough because we're trying to take these games. We're joking, having fun for stream and with each other and all that. So it's hard to be like, well, in a tournament, XYZ, you know?
Yeah.
But I do think it's a different context, and I think if I was in one of y'all's positions, I would be like, we're playing. The only way I'm agreeing to a draw is if we're playing face up. If anyone is not showing their hand, I'm like, this Obero resolves.
No, 100%. Yeah.
If you're not willing to show me your hand and agree to a draw right now.
So, preview for next week, we are doing monocolored decks.
Swivel fit.
I will not be.
Yep. So Tim said he could probably be here. Gavin, if you'd like to come, please come. We should all have.
We'd love to have you. Thanks for being here tonight.
Tristan wants us to play different colors. So I'm going to revert back to my old red. You guys have all known I played Magda.
Did you see the YouTube comment?
No, I haven't.
Go look at YouTube real quick.
We can do it after.
We can do it after, but next week. Let's wrap up the stream. Next week we're going to be doing monocolored. We'll leave it as a surprise when we show up next Monday. What decks we're going to play? I'm sure we'll have some fun ones.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, appreciate